I'm focused. I've been watching for the omens. I've been listening to everything you said. It's been running through my head, locked and loaded. I got the feeling that you know it. Yeah, I've only just begun. I won't stop until it's done, till you're broken. So welcome to the fire. I'm the one with the lighter. Feel it burning through your veins as we're walking through the flames, getting higher. Bigger they are, harder they fall.
I'm just going to get into it. We return
into the bottomless hole.
to the bottomless hole that Jonathan touches. His fingers crest the inky blackness between the molds and
The
folds of the moss that has been ripped and pulled away. A kind of dark veil hides at the bottom of this massive chunk of mold at the back corner. Now, map in front of us. It's displayed as maybe about 10 by 10, but this is probably 20 by 20 patch of moss that's on the floor. And as the group had explored and gathered some small amount of information on it, they had tried to begin a level of investigation which was deeper and more thorough, and an understanding of what was the cause, what was left behind. Jonathan, having some understanding, touched, fiddled, and Loki ate. And if Jonathan touches the mold, there is a 1 second, and Ray and Cicero would be the only ones to notice this. As Jonathan touches the mold, his whole body, for only 1 second, goes black. Completely black. His eyes, that same split second, glow bright white. And then it's like it never happened. The glitch. And Jonathan, for one moment, your vision goes black, and you return to a vision of a dead, dark swamp, and a sky that is tinged so dark you can see something is obfuscating the actual glow behind it, like a barrier, a veil of darkness with more shadow than light. A floating dark shadow flickers in front of you with some color and some luminosity. When an outline becomes visible, you're seeing a shadow kind of turn to you in an illusory way. You notice features that become visible when it faces you face to face. Distinct, luminous outlines of your former master. His face is distorted by shadow until you see his head shift and turn to you. Details of the old man's face gain some clarity, and you hear in your mind, "I am prepared to offer you all a generous reward. I drew you here with my Mamora, this skeletal ambush, because there was no way of convincing your allies without forcing you to see the perils that await. I needed the strongest Jonathan could find." He's talking just to you. To the tip. To be at the tip of the spear for them. Our children who gather here, their reward for witnessing her arrival will be that they will stand as witness. Her eyes will glaze through their souls and judge humanity. Whether they live or die isn't for me to decide, isn't for us. For you, Jonathan, there is a ritual to be done, to fill her vessel to the brim, and making you a master of light and shadow. Your power and theirs are the same. The shadows across creation run through you. Enter, and you will find the answer. If the chaos of the tear can be contained, potential for a gateway can be unlocked. Jonathan, I trust you to do what our goddess demands. In that 1 second, you're back, and it's a dark, expansive cave, and there is some light behind you, but your finger pulls away, and there's no sticky residue at all. You have no sensation in your hands for a moment, and then you can kind of feel the grasping humidity in the
What the hell is that?
air. Just like, what? What is that?
No, Necrodamus, don't get to... Okay, I'm talking.
There is something afoot here.
Yeah, Pete.
Really? What just happened to you? Tell me you didn't just get possessed or something.
No, I was granted a vision.
You turned black.
Do you want to kill something?
What happened in the vision?
When you think about it more, you see actual features behind the figure that you were so transfixed on. There was like 4 statue figures surrounding a central obelisk. Definitely in a wide, expansive T-posing magma.
A vessel. A vessel is hidden somewhere around here. Although I do not know.
Okay, that didn't make any sense at all.
Aaron says, this thing is crazy. And he's pointing at Jonathan. I now just realize I think this inherits totally kind of like he's had Oscar whisper over his shoulder, but he says, I think this is some sort of magical boss. Oscar's obviously, Aaron. You see the anyone who's actually looking fully around YouTube probably, you can see that small glimmer of a red streak, the far 100 foot wide cave. You are seeing the red back, that insectoid guard that let you down is at the furthest point, the furthest parameter, but is staying by. And Aaron's, I have the ability, if this is true magic, I can, in hope, reduce its size, its swelling, or maybe just dispel it entirely.
The boss?
If it's truly magical, then maybe its problem can be erased rather than burnt.
I'm not sure if it's hostile, a bad thing. It could be what's human. Territorial.
That is the problem. But are you able to close rifts and lanes?
I have done once before, trained by my master. Her strategies are imbued inside of me.
Who's your master?
She's very, very powerful. Probably one you've heard, Elf. He says kind of like begrudgingly.
That's my move.
Okay, so like what's up?
21?
Okay, great.
So you get just from that tiny interaction that this is a being that maybe for some reason in the context elves would have a long lasting inclination to as like a inheritance or history. Alright. I won't give you her name unless you and Oscar just like kind of gives him like a solid side tap. Aaron, we wouldn't need to be here right now. And then Aaron cuts him off. It's Inspirus, the Sephira who trained me.
Oh, yes.
And of course, and obviously not Inspirus itself, but Sephiras. That is certainly a very ancient creature.
How old is this dude?
How old is what?
How old is he look?
He looks like maybe early 30s.
Wow. That's impressive.
Yes, my abilities for detecting and changing and molding some small fundamentals of lore came from her.
I just don't shoot like blue things up.
Oh no, that was my kind of inherent ability.
Where did you inherit that from?
Blood, I guess.
Sure, your parents.
Well, I wouldn't know. He just kind of walks closer towards the portal and starts to hush and like mutter some sort of small phrase in arcane incantation, and you see kind of waves of heat seem to emanate forward and then producing these kind of red flashing symbols in the air. If anyone's going, I'm just going to attempt to dispel it. No one wanted to stop me?
No, haven't we talked about this being potentially a bad idea?
Oscar's like, yes, Aaron put the hand down. I really wanted to.
It's not magic here. It's not to...
Damn.
And most important, such divine apparition got it. For I do not know why I was sent it.
Anyway, word for word tells exactly what he said. Or she.
Would not make no sense to you.
No, I know that, but I just wanted to see if you remembered anything to say. Trust me, I've had weird visions before that never make sense up.
Like the
So we need to assess if this is to be dispelled.
That is the question. Give me a moment while I do some readings on it.
I'll do it. So I'll write some notes over here on the opposite side of the room.
Sure.
And then 24 opposite side of the room.
10. Because I rolled a 3.
10 was the literal DC you needed to understand that this is what your master had warned you of. This is kind of where your path has been leading to. This is definitely, and more, you're more and more convinced because when you touched it, you've got that premonition. This is a void tear. Or this is something close enough to a void tear. It was left behind by something that was very connected to the void. So a scar of the void is definitely here. Your spellcraft itself is kind of linking with. Heron sounds quite dumb when he talks, but some of the underlying implications of what he thinks can be proactively used. You understand that if he has the potential to hold law in place, he can make a void tear far more accessible and a lot less dangerous if the chaos part of it can be channeled. Your master for sure probably had this magic, but an ability to contain chaos beings was also an ability to kind of contain chaotic energy. A magic circle against chaos is something that is very much in the wheelhouse for what you need. And that isn't magic you're proficient in, but you can understand what is needed.
Mr. Harry, this is definitely the thing that we've been looking for. But it is unstable and very dangerous. Is it possible for you to align the chaotic energies to become a border, to make sure it doesn't spread?
Oscar puts his hand on Heron's shoulder and says, yes, he can. That's his job. It's not my job. It's simply yes, I can. It's one of my better abilities. He kind of gets close to you, starts to sprinkle what looks like holy water, just like with a kind of canteen, just splashes it, throws, allowing it to kind of wet the corners of this mold patch. He says it's going to barely fit inside, I think. And 5 also seconds later, you see all of a sudden where that water had kind of splashed down, creating a kind of half-dome semicircle around the kind of floor perimeter of where this mold has grown. You see kind of an ember glow on the floor, just all the way around. And Heron looks back at you and says, I think if I did this correctly, and it should maintain itself for at least 30 minutes or more, if there's chaos magic in there, it's tamed or tempered. Don't know what that'll do for you. You know what this is? Liquidamus.
This is the void terror.
What?
Right, what is that?
A hole entering the plane of the void.
Oh, very good.
A negative of everything. Some have theories that the positive plane only exists because the void devours it to power it. But for whatever opened it, this needs to close.
So,
That's something.
This fungus itself is the void product of
This fungus has adopted the qualities of the plane.
Maybe this is a lesson.
But now that it's stabilized,
He's learned this lesson many
Just need
times.
another one. Yeah, another one.
it's okay.
He doesn't stay.
follow me. We have half an hour before we can leave this place. If we go in, we should be able to find out the cause of this void terror. Solve it, and then swiftly escape.
Go into the void.
Of course.
Not dispelling it. If Jonathan is correct, that means that the energy that's holding this portal together is stable, and the void terror is not stable, so is that two negatives in making positive?
You have stabilized the problem. Now we have a timer to fix it.
Oh, magic. Right. You see, Heron reaches his hand out and tries to touch it. And am I entering just with this? And he tries to stick his whole hand in. And you see his hand gets, just aggressively, very quickly, sticks an arm in, attempting to pull himself into whatever it is. And you see his hand goes about wrist deep. And then there is a kind of
Please
rolling.
just get disintegrated immediately. It's so great.
And you see he pulls his hand out pretty fast, and there is a kind of corrosive burn across. He's got a gauntlet, but you can see parts where that gauntlet wasn't in. You can see it burn red heavily. Not good. Okay, the floor. Don't touch the floor.
What are we? You can't do it that carefully. No, yeah.
So we need to close this.
Or we jump in and it hurts.
Why would we do that?
You should pull a chunk of the fungus out. I'm only 50 feet away, but I still have to
Aaron
yell.
just pulls a chunk out, holds it.
Like a 5 foot square. Just see what's under it.
Didn't one of the guards
I'll
say
scrape it
that
away
they
with my axe.
might
see, it's
be
a-
able to close this?
Yes, the Queen wanted it, the issue solved, so I guess going or not going isn't really the problem. It's just about deleting the issue.
What if we collapse it?
Well, that's probably just going to postpone the problem
Yes.
very minimally.
And the guards are here, so if they see us trying to collapse it, maybe I'll get shot again. He's got a small
Yeah,
blood
but the
streak
guards
across his
shoot you,
face.
it will also collapse it.
Who knows?
They have very precise weapons. It wouldn't surprise me if they can keep some things structurally intact while destroying what they want.
Country smoke, the gas.
Oh, right.
Well, it depends if their weapons are
Combustible.
combustible. No,
Look up.
they light on fire.
I can attempt to dispel the portal now that the energy is somewhat more controlled. I'm sure the backlash will be significantly less bad, like it opening wider and things like that.
Well, you also thought putting your hand in it was a good idea, so until we grasp, we better...
You don't know until you try.
You want to go inside it
And
and
if-
deal with whatever's.
I want to have a
If
look.
we do that,
Well, I don't think we can.
we
We'll
unleash
die.
the beast.
Of course. I have a new plan.
Very right.
One of you hold my
Careful.
hand while I dip my head in to have a look.
Oh, he's...
Pull me out.
Okay, would you like me to dunk you instead? Like, force your head in.
I would say we should use a rope.
How
but
are you in this role that you're
I'm
in?
not going. I probably want that.
Also, it's like, I just let him take control.
Does anyone have any chain?
He's a cleric. He doesn't need to be smart.
Anyone have like a link chain?
No, we don't own things.
Okay.
Well,
I have
that-
chain metal. You can use the whole halberd of yours, of mine. That you've given
Halberd.
me.
That's a good point. And it's slightly magical. I'll resist it. Very well. I'll grab that.
That'll resist death itself.
Alrighty then.
Hold this. I'll give you the plot side.
Good luck, Johnny
Okay.
boy.
Perfect.
Like said.
Okay.
You can fall in.
He's got to
Take
submerge at least
10d5
like,
damage.
short
One leg out.
D5.
One leg out.
5d10 damage.
Having a
Take
look.
50 damage plus 10.
Roll 10 d10s and half.
55, so 5d20. 5 full d20 damage.
Roll 40 d20 and divide it by 16.
Okay, so not that bad. Felix, just make me a DC 14 fortitude save, please.
Oh, easy. 14 my best saving throw.
He rolls
Yeah.
a 4. Failed
That's
by
plus
10.
7, so that's 14, exactly.
Oh, God.
Okay, yeah, DC 21 reflex save.
Where's our pull yourself out? Oh my god, I made it. Damn. Okay. That's a 24.
And this is pretty cool.
Jesus.
You stick your head through,
Why
and
do you have
there
a
is
good
a
save?
scorching burn, but in the way where it's like, this type of acid weirdly is hurting you a lot less than it seems to be hurting the apparel you wear. Like, your face feels like layers of skin are being pulled off, and your face definitely is going to feel more red with the flesh that remains, right? But more that the metals and wood
You
on
get
your
2
body
primaries.
is corroded and eroded. And as you manage, though your eyes somehow through this process aren't melted away and aren't burned, and your ears aren't melted and burned, like only the front of your face is emerging from something, and you're noticing like a 20-foot wide tree, and you're inside of it, and you're looking
What
up
trees?
vertically.
He's inside the tree. No.
And you're seeing the sky is like shaded darker, and you can see clouds behind some sort of like a veil of darkness. This thing you saw in a fragment moment vision 2.5 minutes ago. And it is the black insides of a tree. It is a very massive tree. And then you feel your body force yourself back out, and the black stuff leaves you. You see, there is some blackness that coats his face, but it seems to drip off, if not in a kind of like gross, thick type of liquid way. Coagulated liquid. Jonathan, if you don't wish to, you can pull yourself back out.
So it was just hurting, but not much. It was just the equipment that
It
was.
was definitely hurting your equipment more, and it was only because in this, I'm going to say you're putting your head in for like 4.5, 5 seconds.
Okay.
Like, this isn't really even counting as a full round worth. Yeah.
Alright. Shut the portal.
Shut it, you say.
I saw it. There's something strange.
What if he fails to shut? Will it destabilize the portal, cause it to grow bigger?
Very likely.
I'm gonna walk away.
Yes, I'd say people step back.
You know what? Yes,
Make your choice.
we'll step back.
Walk into the stairway.
You're going to go all the way back. You're going to go 100 feet back. All right.
Is that what you were?
stand right next to him.
No, this one is about here.
Yeah.
Why
Sure.
not?
Okay,
should
maybe I'll go the same
there.
size,
You
like
fail.
same distance.
Okay.
I seem to have gained some sort of resistance to this plague. I do not know why.
That doesn't mean you gain
Well, because
resistance.
you're
The
a
monster within that
necromancer.
If I look up, are there I
That is
forget
not
what they
how
stalactites.
necromancy works.
I think that's actually the wrong
I
one.
don't think
Yes.
we know how necromancy works.
We
They'd
draw
be
power from another
few,
plane.
and they're very like. There's maybe 2
Yeah,
or
that's
3
how
tiny
necromancy
ones.
works.
Okay,
But you're
so
seeing a lot more thicker,
but
like
then they
broader
don't
ones that are coming
So-
into like larger topless fires.
if the area
You
started
sure?
Oh
collapsing,
shit! Sorry, this is ruthless. I'm totally wrong. Sorry, this is a big ass hollow hole. This is what you
but
were
it
climbing
does
down.
have a hole.
All the way at the top, you were seeing those stalagmites that are they're maybe 300 or 400 feet.
How
Okay.
long to the top? Like a mile?
300
2
or
miles?
400 feet to this hole, and then you were 500 feet full in a waterfall plus labyrinth.
Right,
So
yeah,
the room is the whole 300 feet up,
Yeah.
but we're like 2 miles from the ground.
Potentially, yeah. But definitely potentially in the Underdark. And
How long does it
We
take
are
to get down
under
there?
the Underdark.
just down this path here, which wasn't like a totally safe walkable path, but functional for small peoples. 3-ish hours.
3 hours at a regular pace. It would be dangerous to go fast.
Yeah,
Okay, so
I kind
we're in it for the long haul.
Actually, unless the void mushrooms give us some resistance to the void effects. Sorry, close it.
You also like eat
That's the most-
spirit.
He wants his energy up. And
Nothing there.
cool.
I didn't roll. What are you
You
doing?
see the moss on the outside burn up. And you see where that outside circle was, which was like protected in some sort of divine magic or some protection, burns away the outer layers until that 20-foot wide mold patch has become kind of like a 15-foot wide mold patch. Clearly, to some effect, this is working. Now, this is Heron kind of like seems. You watch as the energy from his hands sputters out. It's working. It's not. It didn't work though. He looks back at you all.
Do it again.
Wait. If that's a problem, then we shouldn't force it.
You see, as you say that, Heron has already started doing it again. But you know, and he fails. You see the mold almost untangle, get wider again, go back to that 20-foot wide spread.
You have to stop feeding it.
Again!
Moki, roll me a d4.
Moki, stop trying to persuade him.
4.
Oh, beautiful. It's kind of what Aiden wanted.
You still want it. That's good.
What did you want?
I don't know
You see
what did I want.
something like a large mushroom head begins to emerge from the moss. And then you see tiny little like black eyes underneath the mushroom head.
What the fuck?
3, 4
Genuinely, what the fuck is that ugly?
little tiny, or I'd say they're 5 foot tall, dwarf size in width, mushroom people.
What color?
It's pretty dark down here, like a deep red mushroom cap and kind of like a palish white, spotchy grey.
Oh, red caps.
And there is an event of culling that must happen here. These creatures are quite lethal. However, immediately, anyone who is close by, so just you two, you're obviously able to stop Heron from doing this again afterwards, but he did get away with doing this. You need to make, this is a DC 14, I believe, forward save. I'm going to double check.
Hey, it's the same.
Hey.
Roll a 15.
That's for 22.
Oh, DC 15, yeah.
Roll a 15.
The Heron literally can't fail. So you see there's this like thick purple smoke, which also seems to kind of be emerging from these red mushroom cap bodies. Like, and you watch Heron just go to town and just start to slaughter these little mushroom people. Just splits apart. Don't you know who I am? And just does a full wide cleave and just takes out 3 of them.
Who's he?
Just the main knight in the center. He's just like these spore clouds are kind of 10 foot wide from the creature, so they are wide-ish. 4 of these creatures come out. All 4 of them die within a matter of under a minute. and that gaseous like stuff rises up through the central hole. Well, what were they?
I don't know, you killed them before you asked.
Well, they weren't interested in talking. They were interested in intoxicating us.
You should do the thing with Will again.
Actually, Monkey,
Yes.
since you have had the mushroom, are you able to have a...
I know what you're going to say. I know what you're going to say.
Saying these
I'm going
things are
to
edible?
call one of those mushroom creatures and I eat it.
I was actually going to ask to do the same.
You can ask.
Is that what you're going to say?
No.
No.
It's okay.
Or he's just like, there's just the arm left of one of these like mushroom things that's sucked into Moki.
Reminds me of
So when Moki turns into a chaos thingy we'll have to kill him?
You'll have to kill him.
Doing that has given you an advantage against the void to our peak.
You want me to put a hand in?
I'm sure Oscar will.
Moki, make a DC 15 roll save for me.
You're great at this.
There's a moment where you see Moki just like, all of a sudden, out of an internal instinct, seems to bend back his right arm and swing towards you. And then, halfway through that motion, coughs a small like purple gas cloud, and then just kind of like shakes it off.
Ooh. I thought we
So yeah, his body seems to be resisting whatever these creatures are, at least.
Your body seems to be able to avoid. Interesting.
Good food.
I want you to peek your head in, but don't bring any equipment. It will burn.
Doesn't have any.
My only piece of clothing is a
It's
cloth
very
that covers
from
nothing.
50 feet away.
Alright.
Shit, yeah. They don't,
Exactly.
they don't have figures. No.
I will go to the portal and just...
Did you forget what happened when you put your arm?
You can't hear any sense in the void.
Yeah, it says in the void.
Make a DC
sure
14. What's it?
That's it.
14.
Oh, God.
Yeah, cool. And now make me a DC 21 reflex save.
Oh, he's definitely gonna fail.
That one.
That's it.
No, it's a 7. Sorry. 11.
11, okay.
Barbarians don't get dex saves. I guess they're a qual class. You're all pretty bad.
So there's this kind of like, you can see Moki's front half going for everyone else. There's this backwards burning, like this kind of like vapor rising from the back half, which isn't in this portal. Very different from you, which there was seemingly nothing but the actual burning
Does it feel like I'm like swimming?
impacted. For you, kind of feels like a tingly, like mud bath.
Bite the boy.
As you swim through and bite and ingest it.
Yummy.
You feel certainly like you're inside of a current, and it's pretty strong, but it's also reflexively moving back and forward. It's not, you don't feel like you're actually moving anywhere. And then you see Moki's, from your perspective, his back half just gets sucked fully through.
Oh. That's a bird.
It doesn't look like he leaped either. It's looking like his back body started to steam, and like release a type of gas, and then suck through.
I think my theory was kinda correct. We better go after it if he doesn't come
Get to Moki. Are you sure I can't just close it on him one more time? Like, I think it's maybe going to do us all a favor if we just left him in there.
I thought we were here to save his children after.
That's right. Bugger. Damn familial bonds. Walks to the edge. I hope this doesn't burn through magic.
Wait, would you like to try the mushroom idea first? Or are you going to risk it?
Sure, it's not the weirdest thing I've done. Grabs the stem, just tries to like bite off like it's a piece of skeleton, like a celery stick, tries to bite the top, and it's like, there's so much visual, like facial reactions. You see it go through 10 stages of grief, and then somehow like sink it in. Natural 20. Damn, I've rolled 2 natural 20s so far. Swallows it, gags a second and then just says, "Alright, I'm just gonna go through the. Ray, you to stay behind if you want to. I'm sure Oscar."
Yes, of course.
Both of you.
And you see Heron actually grabs the halberd, cracks the halberd against the side of the stone, like keeps a wedge in. So the halberd is actually like a jumping piece of rod, sticks his whole body in, keeps the hand of the halberd and his legs out, pulls his head out. Don't see Moki.
Alrighty then, I'll have to go after him.
That sucks.
Jonathan starts stripping.
Oscar's like, well, this was our purpose for being here, and he's made a pact with the Queen. I think I have to go. I must observe him.
Alright.
Discovered.
Well, I would recommend stripping down or you're going to lose everything.
As Jonathan's naked as he starts to go.
Just
running in that
Go on,
naked.
Johnny boy.
I will head off.
What about your holy symbol? Don't you
Yeah,
In
think
his
so?
hand.
Yeah,
Wow.
He's got two things, a hand crossbow,
Good luck.
always
and all this in
completely fine.
America.
Follow me if you must. I am going to go save Moki.
And Heron, with most of his armor, just says, fuck it, I'll get a new one.
Let's just go in there and come out, if that works.
You have cards on you. Those two disappeared.
No, I don't own things.
You go in? Alright.
Come on, Oscar.
They've all gone now. It's just you two.
We'll give him a few minutes.
Okay. Okay.
Do you have cards on your island?
Well, no, I'm looking if I might. Alright, terrifying.
So I'm just surprised that a lot of different cultures don't, get those specific type of games. You could have
Okay,
dominoes
here we
or
go. I have it right here. So,
your central
the
travel
cards are like
supplies.
folded like this because they've just been like wilted down.
so
fact, people
I start
watching-
explaining the
Yeah, they're
rules
just like
and it's
this.
go fish.
This is a fascinating game. I've never heard of it. Wow.
Yeah, they're very artistic.
The cards are a
Pictures
little
on them?
messed up.
They don't really have numbers on them, they just have pictures.
Mhm.
And they have a lot of cracks in them.
Ornate set. Wow.
Okay, so... No, this is just regular. I will go first.
Oh, I have that card. I forget how to play Go Fish in real life.
No one does.
I haven't
No one
played
does
Go Fish
anymore.
in fucking years.
You just put down the card that's there and I have to say good fish or not!
We'll play it through a few rounds.
And after a few rounds go by, you guys notice that from behind you in the hallway, you just like the queen is like right. She's here.
The queen's here?
The queen just appears. Like you've played a few games on the floor. You throw it out. The
Your
10th
Majesty,
snap
I
fish.
didn't expect you to come down. Chef Sophia.
Nope. Okay, brilliant. Yes.
Yeah, how's it going, Your Majesty?
I see your friends have given in and have begun.
Yes, they're in the
The way you said that is really concerning. Like you know more about this portal than you let on before.
I had lied to you
Oh.
in that I had kept things from you because you did not seem worthy. And because you do not enter battle with them, you also do not seem rather worthy. But I
Oh, you
will.
knew it was a battle. Nice.
Darkness always brings death, and violence, and pain.
You live underground. Why would
And
Sorry.
not normally we are forced to contend with evils. Normally we move away from them.
So would you like to elaborate on what you kept from us earlier?
That'd be great.
Information is key.
We had been offered the Centaurian children.
Right.
There are tunnels here which are very close and connected to the Blue Goblins.
Was the book?
They did not make them. We did. And we closed them off for the reasons that they function as doorways into our home, which we do not permit.
So, in related to the rift, do we have more information?
No,
Oh, okay, so we...
the centaur was not the first to arrive. The other one came before with magic and guile,
Oh, the sorcerer.
who offered the centaurian children as offerings for me to consume
Ah,
That was rude.
for his passage.
Did you accept?
no, she...
So, she said quite quietly.
So the blue goblins are just chilling on the other side of the passages you closed.
They made good use of the things that we thought led to nowhere. They can make, in much less stable foundations, small holes that are functional for their size. We are borrowers, but we borrow large holes to fit all of us. They use the smaller ones and they make break-off tunnels that are long and expanding, but we do not need tunnels anymore. When we spent enough time investing in our own potential, we unlocked deeper powers of magic that even my royal guards can have with my permission. Powers like gravity, space, ancient powers that are old.
Any power that can help with this issue?
I'm just gonna like put my hand into like a little crevice in the rock line. Keep it aside and get gravitated.
Just trying to like grab a small little like groove in the rock.
You are supposed to be in the hole.
Yeah, got that
Flung me in.
Sorry, Dave.
We have power that can teleport, but not through the planes.
Yes,
Which is why we are very unsure of these rifts. Spatial tears which have no reason for a long expanded existence. They are not supposed to be alive in this world.
Do you have communication magic?
No. Not with outsiders. For we I have the ability to communicate with all languages. And that is as far as the strength that I can give to my children.
So you cannot contact one of our
No.
be a good time. No one ever has a good sending when you need it. It's like a magical communication spell.
I see.
Really famous.
Have you really heard of it?
So anyway, Your Majesty, clearly you don't think that this portal is too dangerous because you're standing down here like 60 feet away from it.
Well, I'm only here because the guards told me that you were not joining your allies, which makes me think that you are watching for defensive reasons, and that is commendable.
Well, if they fail and the horde of enemies come up
Come
here...
out, you are their defense.
Yes.
That's what I thought.
I'm sure that's his reason. This is obviously a suicide mission.
It shows cowardice, yes.
Yeah.
It's what people who think they will die are.
We will definitely die if we go in there. You're not wrong.
Some are strong enough.
They didn't come out even though I told them to, so
When the time comes, and you are not there to help them, the struggle becomes more real. They are probably fighting right now.
this whole guilt tripping thing would work much better if you were, more emotive, I think.
I won't.
You should send your soldiers in. It would help them far more than me.
I won't.
Looks like we're at an impasse then.
She
Join us for a round of...
She doesn't get within 30 feet of you, but as you request that,
Smart,
she
that's my sneak
turns
attack
around.
David's like, please go in the hole.
Yes,
Yes.
since there are now 2 missing, it is only right that I send 2 with them. And she
Very generous.
just disappears. And you actually like smell a strong whiff of like burning ozone. Somehow in a room full of methane gas, you're surprised this would explode. And then the 2 guards seem to walk towards the hole, stepping down, moving towards the edge where this moss 20-foot wide space is, and then you watch them just fall in, collapse inwards.
Old father, be with you, friends.
Oh man.
His counter was balanced because of Ray.
It looks so nice.
Oh, it's
Oh, it looks like the Feywild.
like a beautiful garden.
It looks exactly like the Feywild.
Wouldn't
Wouldn't it be crazy if the chaos, the void was the Feywild? That's crazy.
I mean, the Shadowfell and the Feywild are also parallel to each other.
They are.
Hey guys, if you can just like stealth for a bit, then you'll be good. I can't wait till it's described that you fall out of the sky.
Now we came in a tree.
Inverted, you are birthed like Rhino.
Yeah.
Okay. So Jonathan, Jonathan, Harry, and Oscar come out last. Loki goes in 2 or 3 rounds before. This is disgusting and terrifying. Beautiful. Loki's not going to have a great time.
The best thing is like, I was going to wait for like 30 seconds, but then he pulled out a go fish set. I was like, alright, I guess we're 5 in here. You're like, you got cards? No.
It's the sounds and vibrance of a gloomy forest. Vibrance, I mean, not vibrant at all.
Is it the level of loudness of a boreal forest or like a rainforest?
Like a not a rainforest, not definitely not so loud, but it is a normal forest sound quieted. There is less life here than you would regularly expect. That being said, you have emerged from something with enough trajectory and force that your body had almost fallen and toppled over itself. You're realizing you had been propelled out of a giant tree.
What the? I thought the void was right.
And you're realizing behind you, it's like from you're able to kind of look over it, but there is a pulsing purple glow from inside the boughs of this tree.
Oh, look at the tree and look around.
Around, most of the things look nondescript, dead foresty. There aren't any of these mobs here yet. But you see deeper into the actual marsh itself. Yeah, those are
marsh, like water.
Marsh, like a very. I mean, it's kind of a bit more green here than it really should be. It's pretty dark. Like it's a pretty dead, grey, black marsh.
All the terrain
Swamp?
is old ground. This is like
This is like difficult terrain.
okay, got it.
And I found out that difficult terrain is obviously 2 squares, but moving horizontally is 3 squares. Diagonally.
Makes sense.
You have no noise of the surroundings. Everything in this place feels like its own environment, but you're looking like through this set of trees here, and you're seeing different lighter shades, like actual brightness. But there is sunlight being obfuscated by some distant veil of darkness in your area. You're seeing distant bright trees that have foliage and have beauty, but they are not in close proximity. Everything around you here in a kind of wide circular perimeter is dead.
Where am I?
These glowing stone or glowing beacons you remember from the void. You remember breaking them apart, but you remember they weren't glowing before. These, like, what we call pylons before, they are like glowing embedded crystals with like a strange axe shape kind of built into a double-sided axe blade.
How much of the sky?
Sky is tinted black, but does look like there should be a brighter sky color to it.
No stars.
No stars.
No moon.
No moon.
So it looks like the night sky.
Not really. It looks like if a regular sky without stars was like grey tinted.
It's like someone put a black blanket across the world.
Yeah, like a grey cloth veil that was kind of very see-through, but still enough to give a different color to a type of day. You're pretty sure it might be day outside of this swamp. And you're noticing vague insects without eyes, with distinct characteristics that might be more prehistoric, larger, like dragonflies that are fae. This whole place gives you an immense fae vibe, the flora, but not much fauna exists in this space.
Any life around here besides the insects?
Besides the insects,
Tree.
besides the dead glowing tree, make a perception check.
Bush. Natural 20.
Okay.
There's a creepy, ominous idol over here.
30. We have 14 person notes. Dorime.
There's two things you notice at two different ends.
They're around little green rocks.
Nick did mention one of them. There's something you notice at the tip of the precipice in the distant surroundings, maybe the kind of closer edge to the swamp, to where this like perimeter of darkness is. You see up here, to you it's familiar. It's a marking of a territory owned by a type of creature, and the people who make these type of small totems, these totems that maybe stand only about 4 feet tall, are centaurs. They have branching out antlers that are normally actually made of wood, but resemble their elder in that they are carved to resemble one of their elders. And you see there are 4 horns emerging from a kind of like wooden mask. It's different from the markings and symbolisms, the actual equivalent of flags of your people, but that is a depiction of what they were, maybe even an old depiction.
Is that carvings on the tree or etc.? Oh. Oh, that's
And this is a type of thing that is like it is an equivalent of, it is a carved totem that is, it has very old connotations to old parts of your tribe. And from a distance, you're just seeing it.
I'll go towards it. Okay. I'll jump over.
You notice before you even leave this mud bank, behind you, something else that gets you kind of confused. There are small, like, plates of gold. Definitely gold, but very smothered by mold and moss that are kind of half buoyantly floating out of the, or like in muck. And you can see there, half out of the ground, a kind of post of gold illustrated and molded in kind of a banner, but it is literally just a gold, tall, 10-foot tall, 50-foot tall gold tomb. You have no idea why, but totally represents a kind of spiral symbolism of the Golden Empire's reign. This is like a outpost totem. And it is half submerged, sunk in the swamp. That's behind you.
Symbols of runes on it.
No symbols or runes, but itself is representing kind of the joint unity of a wide, expansive empire that is not in a different plane. That was on Neufra. And so wherever you are right now, there are things that have Centaur relations, there are things that have Golden Empire relations behind you. Which ones do you head to first?
Well, Central Turn probably newer because it would have decayed earlier than the Golden one.
Totally.
I'll do the Central one.
Cool.
I want to trek across the marsh, so I'll try jumping. I got a nat one, probably my face up.
Imagine trying to jump. What a fucking idiot.
Every time.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
I should succeed. I have a plus 25.
Yeah, well, you would never have, ever.
You jump 5 feet out, and you think you're going to get 30, and you
Just slip on some mud.
So the crawl through the swamp is shitty and it is arduous, and I love that swamp insects get to have fun with you now.
I'm a horse. I have a twitch reflex. It's fine.
This is perfect.
You're
Make
on
a
Twitch? Sure.
DC 14 fort save again for me.
Your parents said because I'm a horse with a twitch reflex.
Actually, you're
Your
in,
upper body is, of course.
Do you get disadvantages because you have unsteady legs for saving throws?
You mean for like trip attacks?
No, just saving throws. No. Unsteady
For
legs.
being in...
No. Okay. No, just check.
Definitely not for fort
I'm
saves.
actually more. I'm actually more special against trip attacks. But
Okay.
okay, let's do this.
14.
No, you
9.
Okay, roll me a d4.
Got a 2.
You're right against strength, James.
1.
Okay, roll me a d4.
Not bad.
4.
Oh, God.
And so yeah, these insects are kind of bugging you. They are certainly consistent, and they kind of like a bursting amount of them seems to emerge. Like you've disturbed a nest underwater, and they explode out of the ground and hide around you.
Yeah, shoot.
A small series of what feel like kind of flea bites or small pinches on your skin. Small pierces from tiny micro creatures. Doesn't really bother you that much and doesn't hurt you in any way. And as you reach stable land on the other side of this massive swamp area, you hear from behind you like an underground cracking sound, and then you look back at the tree where obviously the sound is kind of resembling splintering wood, but you don't see splintering wood, you just see like a giant hand, gauntleted arm that is smoking and blistering with a red color, kind of pulls itself out. You see 3 creatures emerge and are basically just like hanging onto the insides of this tree. You're on a cliff though, and you look at what appears to be not a deeper, further forest, but like the outer edge of where you are is looking at an outer edge of the swamp. A kind of environment change, a change in biomes. You see kind of like lush fields that they should have a yellow or a green tint. Instead they've got like this dark grey, because you're looking at them through something that is clearly obscuring any distant surroundings, but you're actually seeing pretty just fresh grassland fields, plains. And when you're standing on this small cliff, you actually look up and you can see there is a mountain so big it passes. You actually thought it was just a white, like, cloud in the distance. It is surrounded by clouds, but it is such a strange pale cliff that hits the sky and hits a barrier in the sky which you can't see past, and just is like at the peak there. Like basically an Everest, which is maybe, 5 days away.
I reach towards it.
It's right there, you touch it. You're there.
No, you don't touch it. It's 4 days away, at least. It's a
The
mountain.
geography is weird.
But you can see, and you can see
You
it's
just teleport
through the
anyway.
trees.
It'll be like that critical and you just grab it. It's like, oh, it's a rock.
You grab it, it's a rock really close by. You see cliff, like this cliff precipice, 4 like kind of entangled, so 2 on either side, and there's 2 beneath them. 4 horns. Sorry, yes, horns, but they're coming out like antlers from the side, not horns like how monkey has it. So biologically different. And the bottom horns tangle with the first 2. Very ornate, very elegant, very.
That's the mountain. Or the turtle.
This is the totem.
Oh, you.
And the face shape, you're not actually getting. I mean, it's certainly a wood, but it is very, very old. I would say at least 30 years. So not actually that old, but the wood has decayed, and you can see that it wouldn't take much for you to break this pole off. It probably is very fragile, where it's sticking into. And it's, you see it's kind of just wedged in the stone, but it has held up, and it does still hold fast, even when you touch it.
There's no symbol of runes or carving.
Yeah, it'd be. It's in your language, so you'd understand it. Actually, do a DC 10 linguistics check for me. This is just to make sure that you can read it all, because it's had some wear. This is a Sylvan name, a heritage, Niven, Niven, and then Prime, and then something else is carved out or lost to age beside that. Niven Prime. Niven.
Transformers.
And you hear, oh God, where are we? Let me. This burning stop across my body.
We're in Brazil.
Just stop crying about it, Heron.
Alright, here.
You climb yourselves out of the large boughs of the tree.
Morky, are you around?
I say I think for a bit. Just a screw up.
Great.
What a lit epic prankster.
One little
I'll do a stealth check. Make sure they can't see me.
Do it yourself, check.
He seems to be gone.
He's dead.
Fine.
I told you he
Never
I told you he disappeared, and like Heron does not notice somehow, and Jonathan does.
mind, he's over there.
I try and hide.
He's standing on a rock.
I stand
just
on a
you just
mountain
T-pose.
place.
T-pose on the rock.
I am a statue. They will never know.
I am a statue.
Jonathan, you notice that above this statue, even though you're kind of like surrounding the area, you see that that same shadow that you saw before that was kind of like floating here is now floating above here.
This place is impossible. How is there life in the void?
We're not in the void.
This doesn't feel like endless darkness, it feels like a cheap knockoff.
I think
Life.
we're in the Feywild.
That can't be.
It's called the Wilds. And Feywild is D&D and it's taken.
Oh, sorry. I think we're in the wilds.
I have studied the world, please. And this is definitely not it.
As Jonathan is touching a tree.
Slimy, gross. There's like mold and fungus that does kind of represent the mold that you touched before entering the portal.
I'm gonna jump over to them.
It's like this whole place is kind of very
Okay,
dead.
I think I succeed.
Okay. You jump most of the way and you land. I mean, it's pretty deep, but for a horse body, you're
What's the distance?
monster distance.
No, what's the distance between?
Monster distance,
Oh,
yes.
that's what I'm saying. Like, wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 60 feet from cliff from
You
cliff to
can't
cliff.
do it.
That's in difficult terrain, right? Because you double it.
Well, not when you're on these precipices here, but yeah, all of the actual land stuff here, this is all difficult terrain. Everything that is elevated is not.
I make it.
Cool.
You rolled a 60, did you?
No, I rolled a 35.
Yeah, you can see the swarms of insects are quite small, and they do have some kind of prehistoric qualities which do resemble insects of the normal world. But when you see one that lands on your hand and starts to suck your blood or put something into you, you notice it doesn't have eyes. Like it's a thing that should be like a fly. It doesn't have any like front sensor other than the
Yes,
proboscis.
that's exactly what
I
it
think
thinks.
we're in the wild, so on the cliff I could see past it, and there's a field. Everything is great into big room like I think the void has taken a bit of the wild and painted it to be more like itself.
I think that life has found a way in the void.
Or it could be that. It seems impossible.
But life does find a way.
Mine's probably more likely, but yes, it could be that.
I don't know about recent occurrences because I've been out for a long time, but this is the discovery of a lifetime.
Several.
Of course, still, even living here or living for extended periods of time, you'll just become a lifeless husk eventually. As the void devours all. It's just a bit slower. Is that an atmosphere?
As he looks up and sees the gray in the sky.
There seems to be some sort of like biome of protection around us.
There's a raven on a
Pretty
tree.
sure it's the wild.
Good.
The plants are creating the...
You see, there is a lot of fungus and moss and mold, and a lot of the actual texture layer of what looks just like the bog here is very dark in greys. There's not a lot of green, or basically any green, but it is like thick, tangled. They almost could be like vine bushes if they didn't have the vines on them, but they were just thick and knotted, and like bramble type of thing. Everywhere, covering almost every surface.
There's a totem of my people over there, and a statue, a remnant of the Golden Empire. There's already present on the material planet, the wild, so...
But the totem of your people are horns that produce from the front of this, not from the side. This is like your culture was changed.
Maybe the wild has infected the void.
We just traveled through the void and the wild, whether the tear through the void here as well.
That is another possibility. But civilization has broken in as well.
And then I'll
Give
take
me a
that.
moment while I give a scan for any dangers.
Good idea.
Luckily, my spell effects work even stronger here.
I think they're dead. As he casts detect beings.
Okay.
It's more spirit sense. It's cool.
Detect beings.
So that's 60 feet. Turn just around near that device area.
Beautiful. You get undead from the floating energy above this. From this, you get undead and outsider.
Yeah, is it good or evil, chaotic, or neutral?
You get a kind of a neutral, but like an undertone of if there's more, it's intentionally hiding itself from you. Like undead and outsiders don't tend to, it generally can't combine, but outsiders are also just generally evil, even though you're just getting a neutral vibe.
Except for
No,
all the
nearly-
Celestials.
Well, it's 50-50.
Well,
Right?
the Celestials are assholes in this world. Then again, I
So,
guess.
the Celestials also just generally not neutral.
Yeah.
Alright. Celestials are evil. Got it.
good portion of them, yes. Let's say
Good
that.
to know. I haven't played her previously. That makes sense.
A lot of Fallens. And as you kind of survey and your magic kind of entangles with the area, you start to hear like a whisper coming from that area where you detected, but you're gauging that this is from the shadow condensed energy above it.
I have to investigate that world. I will study that lost. Where are the others? Did they follow us?
Don't think.
Doubtful, and Oscar says, I think they were waiting behind.
Alright then.
Could have tried going back through.
Can we even go back?
I didn't tell you to do that.
If it's glowing, it seems like it might be possible. I could give it a shot, but we don't have that magical circle on this side. Like it's like the magical circle that made sure that there's no chaos energy was on that side of the doorway. I'd have to stick it on this side of the doorway.
How
Can you
much
do both sides?
chaos energy is around us right now?
I'm getting tapped. If I can detect it. I can see I have no ability to see magic in the air like that that child you had with you did that the queen froze.
Wait, Oscar can do it. Oscar can do it.
Actually, no, Oscar, come on.
He has
Oh, no,
detect
he
magic.
can
Also
detect.
magic before.
It tells you the type of magic it is.
I don't know if that's observing wrong.
Oscar.
I think he can only detect like certain kinds of creatures, kind of like a detect good and evil.
No, it's better.
He did cast the technology plus.
Well, he only has one spell slot left, so Jake, tell me what to do
It's a
with that.
cantrip.
Cantrip.
Oh, he's cantrips?
Yeah, it's the same match as cantrip.
Okay. Oh, there's a whole other page. I'm sorry. There we go. There it is. Cool. 1 minute.
Yep, and it gets stronger the longer it's up.
Jonathan, what do you want me to do? What am I looking for?
Well, if you can detect the chaotic energies, maybe we'll figure out if it's more dangerous to go back.
And he just casts it right where he are, and you see
Where he
be. There's a kind of a bright white glow from his eyes, kind of like yours, Jonathan, for a second. Even you catch that. That's probably divine magic that works through him. And yes. There's a strong type of energy that's burning through here, but it is somehow tempered, like maybe what Heron did on one side is helping on the other. I just don't know if it's totally secure. It's certainly maintaining a conjuration magic around an abjuration field.
Aaron, can you secure this side?
I could, but I don't know if my magic on the other side will remain while this...
I think the other side is more important at the moment, so
I'm not even sure how it can remain on the other side. That seems pretty bizarre. I guess this is a direct doorway, and therefore the magic does not have to go far.
Alright.
My magic is...
I'll try going through. It's best to know if we have an escape route.
You see 2 insectoids just emerge out.
Back up.
We got turned into bugs.
That's us.
That one's furry, look.
Is Ray, is that you?
Yes.
We maintain composure in evil. You can see they look around in a very kind of like volatile, unsure and unaware state, observing everything. They move kind of like out of your way, so if you want to go back through, you can. But they start to like point their weapons in many directions, as if they're like they point their weapons towards swarms of insects that are flying by, kind of knocking themselves together and then disappearing.
Excuse me, I'll just go through that.
You jump back in?
Yeah.
Okay, make a reflex 21 DC save.
No.
No, I don't. I do not.
You
7.
you are sucked through, and then and we can get back to you, but you don't manage to
disappear from the face of the earth.
you don't manage to pull yourself through all the way, so you do start to suffer damage.
Guys, I'm stuck.
Oh no. Oh, there's Murphy's front arm.
Basically, you'll start to see his arms come through.
Fucking names.
But Jonathan, as even the insects are with you, you notice that the energy from and that whispering that you heard, it becomes enchanting incantations. You hear, I call the souls of the dead, the remains, the gate's eternal burden, descend from the great marble hall, sunder our energy to the vessel before her.
Sounds great.
And then the muttering stops, the whispering ends, and you start to see chunks of what look like metal embedded in the moss in the swamp, pulling itself out. You see kind of golden plates of armor that are heavily covered in mold pull themselves out. You see a minotaur with one half of its face completely swollen and overgrown with fungus, pulled itself out. Come find me, bro.
Kill it. It's right in front of you. Kill it.
See?
Kill it.
See me?
Clap your hands and kill it.
It's like, yeah, bro. Yeah, bro, come at me, bro. Come at me, bro.
Kill it.
We'll interrupt
It's
the
right in front of you. Kill it.
That's the exit. No, it's gonna hit my terrain. And
It's gonna live inside the house.
My boy. He's like, okay. He's gonna commit genocide. He's gonna do.
Okay, Moki pulls himself through, and in a moment of kind of fear and panic, you can attempt to use a weapon you have to grab onto a surface and like a intense strength check.
It's me. The surface is me. And
Are you guys actually close to the hole? You guys can kind of choose how far away from the doorway do you want to be. 10 feet, 20 feet, 30 feet?
probably would have waited 3 minutes.
Okay, so
Unless you want to go
in under 3 minutes,
Does it feel
something
like-
bursts out of the thing and
Okay.
tries to
Yeah.
pull itself out, but can't do it.
It's black sludgy what it looks like,
Oh,
right?
Fucking my
It's like-
axe.
Yeah, and you
slams
can
into
hear
the ground
Moki
when
go
I try
like,
to pull it.
but it's like he's drowning.
Does
He's
it
like
sound like Moki?
a little bit.
Here's the twisted abomination.
Well, I'm using my axe, and you probably recognize my axe.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
Oh.
But remember, it is sludge.
yeah. It's like everything is
It's a
black
saw blade.
Yeah, it's sludged.
I would be sludged.
because
Because
coming out of black
Coming out of-
sludge.
oh, okay.
Yeah. It's like until the sludge falls off.
So yeah, you slowly realize this is Moki, and he's now.
Oh,
Okay, let's try and help him out. I'm
You
gonna
just take 4 points of acid damage.
Oh, nice.
jog over back 50 feet.
rare damage.
Cool. I guess you've got a standard action. If you're jogging, that's one more round, so I'll just do 2. So that's 11 more points of acid damage.
It's like Moki, I'm in front of you, but wait 6 seconds.
You're gonna bend down, and then yes. So you begin to pull him out. I'm gonna make you roll because you're pretty strong, and he's pretty good.
I stopped my fiddle.
Okay, it was not in that one.
Okay,
18.
pretty good. You now make a So really, you're just adding a +2 to his reflex save again. So DC 21.
22.
There you go.
25
and +2 with him. So yeah.
Oh, 26.
Okay. Beautiful. Moki, you are pulled through. Out and what do you want to do?
Check him for monkeys. Are you?
Moki, you can
Guys,
see
corrupted.
slowly the black stuff snores off of his skin, and you can
Oh.
see his skin is
The other
blistered.
side was crazy. There were gods and demons, and there was a
Why did-
giant, massive shark.
Why
that
did
had
you
lasers.
come through and not Jonathan?
Like, yes,
Is everybody okay? Are they dead?
all of them are having this massive feast with all their spirits and shit.
28.
I'm lying my
He's
head off.
suffering from methane exposure.
Shouldn't we be suffering from gas exposure?
Kind of too, yeah. Realistically, yeah.
Breathe
Yeah.
shallowly. It'll be fine.
Yeah, it's been bad this whole time. I'll let you guys have like a bad night tonight. When you sleep, you don't dream well.
The other side, there's like a decaying swamp.
It's like a great place for a
Is
horrific witch
Are
to
the
be.
other 4 people okay?
Yeah, they made it for
6
time.
people? No, 4 people to edge.
Hey,
They
they
made
count
it
as
for
people
time,
too.
so they made it work for the word. The ants are twitchy, but that's really difficult.
Typical.
Typical.
In fact, I think one of the things that you guys noticed as they entered and as Jonathan's still there observing them, their chitinous armor did stop that acidic burning, but you did see it obviously like Ken said, it made them a bit more like jittery. But didn't look like there was like that scorching sizzling which is coming off all of your flesh.
Alright.
Let's all head through.
I'll drop my cloak off.
You see at the very back of the cave there's one more like red beam, so there's obviously one more guard that's like returned.
Wait, where's the beam on?
At the
who's
far
not-
side of the cavern, not on you, but like visible as like he's holding it horizontally. It's sideways.
God, are you coming with us?
Just stands there at the back of the room, just doesn't say anything.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna take my bag off because it's gonna get incinerated. I'm gonna put it nicely there. I'm gonna.
Yours and Jonathan's like the only 2 people that have left you behind.
I left my cloak.
Okay, cool. So going in.
Take my socks
Wait,
off.
magic items
Take
are
my
fine?
shoes off. No, my shoe. Never mind. My
Yeah.
shoes are
You see Loki's
gauntlets, so they'll
Blade
be
was
Am I gonna fit? No, I must. Yep.
What you want to do, Islands have it when you want to have a running start when you go through, like full sprint.
Okay, both of you DC
I believe
14.
you.
Oh,
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna sprint my.
So DC 14.
DC 14 fort save. And
I fail. This is a poison or disease.
then, disease,
Just
yep.
succeed. I succeed.
Okay, and that's.
Thanks to my epic cool belt.
This is a disease.
What a great cool belt.
Oh, the disease? I have bonus against it though.
See.
Yeah, actually, you have not failed this one. This is the one entering and leaving the turn.
Yeah.
And then is it 21 reflex after?
21 reflex, yes, for both of you.
Oh, I'm. Unless I get a nat 20, I'm failing this.
Okay.
I fail.
Failing is the thing you want to do.
Oh, okay. I got a 19. So I got 20 overall.
You got 20 overall. Okay, so wow. One off. You feel that there's obviously this strange resistance. You're entering a place that seems liminal. It seems like there are two different currents pulling you at the same time. So it's your ability to kind of like squirm through this like middle passage, but you feel your body is able to kind of like wriggle and writhe, and like worms are almost ejected from a space that's trying to reject you. You burst out, and you feel yourselves hit like stiff wood. Your bodies are kind of like half bent over the large frame of a large tree.
Anything
Pull it
happened with
out.
them full sprinting through the bottle?
Yeah, it certainly like caught them. Like it seemed like even though they went full sprint, like going full sprint into a wave, it just kind of like slows their motion right at that last point where they're visible and they're not visible. So like sprinting can look like it kind of works. Maybe jumping would be the best way to go in.
I'll move out.
Okay, you have not
as
re-entered.
fast as possible.
I'll go in.
Okay.
I succeeded in 4, failed at 8 left.
Okay. As all three of you enter, you notice that something is very different. Now, Jonathan, we'll get to you to have, I would say, 3 turns of this at least.
Enjoy.
Maybe 5. That'd be nice. But you notice as multiple forms of gold armor pull themselves out of the moss and begin to march for the statues in the center. Not you. And you notice more and more of them begin to pull themselves out of the swarm and begin to just kind of sludge and heave their clearly fungus-ridden and undead corpses towards the center mass, this central pillar. And yet you notice that some of them, while actually having this kind of like innately dead look, some of them are covered in fungus and look very much alive. Good chance, with Jonathan's prior knowledge, some of these are undead, but you're not actually sure which are. Obviously without access.
Man.
And that was just after the ship was also I call on the souls of the dead, the remain, the gates, eternal burden.
I am here to inform you that something is about to happen.
Another problem. And Jonathan, you hear in your mind, for she is void woken, the personification of negative energy. And you, this vessel, represents the perfect opposite. And for such a ritual to succeed, we both must give our divine parts. You don't know what that means? Other than he's kind of... This does sound like your master, but you can see his voice sounds a little unsure.
I told you, I do not have her grace no longer.
Such a shame, Jonathan. Is this where your path to divinity ends? is another bargain I must fulfill. And I'll say that's 2 rounds.
Man, talk slowly, don't he?
He does. You see one of these. Okay.
Surrender yourself to the green rock.
And obviously all of these undead have kind of pulled themselves out and in this round are beginning to move themselves forward. Obviously, they're a varying amount of shapes and sizes. Most of them are wielding golden armor. Or something that looks like golden plates. Jonathan, what do you want to do before we start a combat?
Could I do a
I'll give you at least 3 rounds of activities if you want to, or you can just start slaying.
Can I have a history check
Thirdly,
on rituals? Try to identify what type of ritual this is, or a
Totally.
spellcraft, I guess that would be.
yeah, do spellcraft. I'm trying to understand and contest what this is.
Okay, or Arcana. Spellcraft is modifying or understanding what a spell does. Arcana is just general knowledge of a spell.
That
Which one?
defines what you want to know. Do you want to know general knowledge, or do you want to know?
I want to figure out what this is and what this.
Okay, what it overall is? Maybe do Arcana.
Okay. That's not very good. 14.
14. Something that he said about you and her being compatible, being opposites. That obviously connects to this. A number. Him summoning undead is kind of, or summoning the undead from the great beyond, or whatever he said, isn't really. You don't understand why that would be relevant here, and you see they're not moving towards you. They're not even recognizing that there are allies beside and around you. They're going straight for the center piece. Your magic and your understanding, you're gauging that he and this kind of shadow that is existing above that statue is about to feed itself to this obelisk in the center. But it was also expecting you to do the same.
Huh.
And you obviously heard your master's voice inside of you, but it and that thing, you have no idea if that is your master. Your master appeared to you with the kind of a light white energy before you was sucked in, and now it's like this reverse version of him, a dark silhouette in the same sort of way. But nothing about this magic resembles practices that you have undertaken with him or in your church before. Although it does seem like it is the joining of souls, or the merging, and that same sort of deeper, powerful necromancy way. Probably just necromancy you could never attain. Something that made him the master.
If only Morden was here, he would know what to do.
And in this moment, Jonathan, you feel as one of those lights, one of those beacons sputters out. The light kind of disappears in that central space, becomes darker. You feel a kind of sinking feeling that obelisk, whatever it is in its own way potentially another void tear contained inside of stone. Now something you're not exactly sure on, but it's merging all of your understanding of this. The reason this old man brought you here, there's some magic inside of that stone that is linked to the moss which you came through, and it is linked to this well of revelations which has brought you here.
I think we have to disable that stone.
I think those undead are going to do it for us. And you see in the 3 rounds, the undead begin to merge to the stone and begin to attack it.
I thought they were feeding off energy towards it. But my other thought of what this could be is it's a sealing device for something.
And you watch at that final 6 yeah. Oh yeah, you go.
Then I think we should hide and take stealth positions and watch from far.
Sounds very stupid. And you actually are watching even more monsters just slowly pull themselves out of the muck. Like it's maybe like somehow, to your point of view, could be maybe endless. You watch, and then behind you, as you say that, and you begin to take some cover positions, you hear from the center of the tree, cracks like bark is breaking, and then 3 bodies emerge, a horseman and 2 others. Right here. Jonathan, those words that you say are the one heard by the 3 that just emerged, but you're obviously aware that they can now hear you. And you're noticing the inside of that tree is still glowing like it did before. And you can say that in this moment, as you go to take your stealth in your location, you notice that the Minotaur got close enough to this to land 1 attack. While everyone else, all of these other undeads have been able to slowly kind of like chip their blades into the surface of this obelisk, the Minotaur gives 1 solid crack down to the top of it, and you see, as you look back behind you and saw some of your allies have emerged from the tree, that stone obelisk has enough cracks in it that it looks kind of like a almost breaking point. And then there's this kind of green golden light which is spewing out from the inside of many, many cracks that have been opened inside of the obelisk. Many, many cracks. Many, many attacks. You 3 have just emerged. You see to your left as you are pulled out of a tree with a good amount of force. So Cicero, elegantly, your body is mostly flung out of this tree, where your body is half flung out of the tree, and because you've got a good amount of armor on your side, your body just hits the side and just rolls. So you emerge out. Loki is almost half flung, and then his rear half gets caught, so he's like stuck half and half. And because he's lost. The 3 of you, to your left, you're starting to watch a swarm of creatures wailing on something surrounded by statues. And a Minotaur-sized monster from one side looks like a Minotaur, and the other side you see is just growing fungus. Cracks onto a stone tablet, and then that crack creates many more fissures on it, many more openings where green light is spewing from. That's to your left. This is a black-grey swamp. There is barely any color, barely any distinction. And you see behind you, so, where the fuck did you go?
He is like behind that tree.
Behind that tree. Okay.
Oh, I can't
So
see.
you can't see.
You can't see. He's
Look around. What's with the undead attacking that rock over there?
You see Oscar appears from behind the big tree and has got his hood on. He says, "You need to come with us. We have to get down." And then Dutch will carry.
Wherever he hit, where Cicero hit, I also go there.
Cicero, where you go?
Just directly opposite you behind the tree.
Cicero's got right here.
Opposite you.
You. Go at the very back.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Eddie, can you bring that? Yeah, okay. Good.
I'll go, let's see those mushrooms, I'll go right for them.
So you just
30 foot?
creeper.
Yeah, that's it.
Do we get a chance to full movement? Or just like surprise? Yeah.
30?
At this point, even though you're stealthing, there isn't an actual threat actively.
What's going on? Are we fighting undead? Oh, alright.
You hear him just and it's like slow cracking sound.
Why do we counter or hiding? I don't know.
That's okay. Let's not whisper that quietly. You like
Yeah,
shout
I
whispers.
kind of thought they had a reason for not. Perhaps it's their numbers.
What do you guys think?
Why are you talking like that?
Sorry.
Garrett just said hi.
I'm trying to whisper and yell at it. Just get weird.
What did you observe in the last 3 minutes?
What did you think?
Not this.
Just the allergic mushrooms.
Not helpful. Where is John?
That's a joke.
30.
Wait, but didn't he roll a 30?
No.
30.
Well,
I don't know.
You got a 24.
I got a 20.
Even Ray, because you're in this close proximity, you can see Jonathan's bare feet just like sticking out.
His bare feet. Cool. All of my arrows.
Yeah.
Your arrows would probably have gone already.
Yeah. Even Oscar's like, God damn, I'm lucky I'm using my own fists. Cringe.
Okay, interesting.
And that's just my own judgment of what I said.
Fuck Jake's character's like, God.
No, he's really cool. I can't Jonathan in your mind. So this is how your path to divinity ends, is it? And then from behind that tree, from kind of out of sight, Jonathan was seeing it kind of through some thick floor mushrooms, through the floor foliage. Bursting amount of green light that suddenly disappears, and what you notice is that final green beacon goes out. And this structure in the center, which they were all hidden, you notice that their forms kind of stop. They continue to sway, but there's nothing in front of them to hit. And it's in that moment that they all seemingly just start to like turn towards the tree, turn towards the ruckus of noise that was happening. So they all look like their angle for what they were fighting has changed, and then you notice that something that only Jonathan actually registered before was this kind of like swirling black mass. It seems to just drift down into the center, like behind where they're now not looking, and kind of disappear, obfuscated by all of the bodies and these statues. Some of these statues begin to break apart as these monsters absentmindedly just walk past and break off extended arms, stone crumbling around them. And it's like a moment, another 1 second flash, and Jonathan is the only one who is aware that there is suddenly a form that just has kind of like appeared. Space has clearly distorted in the span of a second, where you look back at the party, you look at what they're all approaching and coming towards, and now you look back and there is a mass of mold with 5 arms, with a crown, 5 horns, 5 glowing red eyes.
And he's one of.
Gross.
You see this mass, like in a blink of an eye,
What
has
the fuck is
just
that?
appeared. And all of the undead are just turning towards the tree and beginning to just sludging through. But you're not well hidden, and I think this goes to show when your back legs just kind of seize up and stop moving, and your upper half can kind of turn and see. The thing that
The thing.
you witnessed
I
in
love
the
that movie.
Cicero never got a chance, he died before he got a chance. Although this thing was floating 30 feet above you last time you remember. I want everyone to roll the initiative as we get started. This music, this bass.
This music is
Oh, good roll.
Interesting for this day.
Bless my dice, David.
What the? Oh,
That one.
it's you again. Well, I was gonna say, come in as dice. Hello.
I was hoping for an at one because that'd be funny.
I rolled shit.
10.
The bones.
I did. By one.
Mine. Yeah.
What's your initiative? Plus 2. Oh, okay.
Solely because of a trait, I think.
I think even in the moment you're noticing that Heron obviously wasn't well covered, he naturally, as a former peers, Roki is obviously very quick to notice it. Graves is very seconds behind Roki noticing. Heron is just kind of already stepping forward. The moment the threat appears, he just starts to... Oh, well no, Roki's in front of a series of bushes, not bushes, mold.
Oscar still has Aaron's flaming sword, right?
Yeah.
There's no way Moki's brain works faster than ours.
Actually, I don't know if he... Yeah, Oscar, look at you.
Oscar, I think the flaming sword will be useful here.
Make a persuasion check. Diplomacy.
I
Diplomacy
think
check.
that might be a good
Great,
idea.
let's do this with my -5.
Actually, no, I'm going to beat the shit out of it with my bare hand.
I got a
I'm a
-3.
little dumb bitch.
I don't think it's the right time, Loki. He's not a character right now. I get to use persuasion checks on him because...
Oh, I just rolled 2 3 times in a row.
That's
Okay,
nice.
that's your fault, man. It's all you.
Maybe roll better, Nick?
It's funny, there's one face on that, it's fine.
It really deep. I'm looking for
Mate, I don't know what the fuck you want from me, but... There either. Nah, yeah, nah, yeah.
Yeah, nah.
Okay, no, I actually can't find it.
Isn't that right?
I cannot find what the initiative. I'm just going to mark it down on the side. Here it is. +7. Be close enough.
What's his dexterity?
I don't know. I'm gonna guess it's low because Jake's dexterity is low. +2, so that's probably what it is.
Then yeah, it's a dex mod. So it's like 14 dex.
What's his...
14 dex +2.
Okay. I think it's pretty high because of what he has to...
Okay, well that's a 5 for Oscar. So we got like almost dead last. Let's go in top, like bottom to top. So 1 to 5, 5 to 10.
I got 10.
You got 10? Alright.
9.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, you got a 9?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Low.
From the bottom now here.
Ray.
I'm just Ray.
Still not seeing the movie.
I mean, Canada the Mercy take part.
What the fuck is this thing's initiative?
He's supposed to be the antagonist.
+9.
I haven't watched it, but he's supposed to be the antagonist?
Yes.
That's an antagonist? Yeah, fair enough.
Or Will Ferrell.
Okay, alright. 11 to 15. 15 to 20.
18.
Ooh! Raise, Cicero's got higher.
You have 20 dex? No. How much dex do you have? 18.
Well, it's like...
Not top.
Well, it's like...
You guys can
I have a
both-
+6 to initiative.
If you're both
You can go top.
like,
I have +4.
okay,
Yeah, this game is the initiative bonus. That makes it...
we can do it that way. That's the way. Okay, so
Doesn't matter. I literally cannot do anything with it.
Yes.
So I guess it's not surprise round, so...
no,
Okay. So let's see. Actually, do I get a surprise round since I'm in?
technically.
I can just join that surprise
What
round.
do you? Yeah, what do you? I asked, what do you want to do? If you want to.
Okay. Seeing that the centaur and all the other undead are clearly not intelligent at all. That's quite
I said
rude.
this before.
He's your ally, but yeah,
You're noticing
that's
that most of these creatures are covered in a various layer of funguses. Not all of them look exactly undead, like you would register as undead. But yeah, most of them do have that kind of dull quality to their eyes.
How many corpses are
Like directly around you, not exactly.
Okay.
They're like half corpses.
Okay, but for the purposes of initiative, we must determine who is surprised, so perhaps the big guy is not surprised.
I'd say the big guy has a 30 perception, so he's probably.
So he also gets a surprise. But I get a bonus because I'm obscured. So actually, it's more than 30. No, that's not how it works. Since I have a total obscure, I'm actually getting like a plus. No. That's not how it works. Yeah, that's not. And then we're going to take advantage of the field of darkness and division. I mean, realistically, you have to roll protective checks for all of the enemies.
Totally fair.
For all of our stealth rolls.
He will use, this creature will be using, as his surprise action, he'll use control undead to send towards Jonathan.
I will use
Sick.
So use control undead? Oh.
Mm-hmm.
That's like 18 turns. Unless, wait, does he have mass control undead?
I don't think
Or
it's
is
the
it-
spell. I think he just does it.
Oh, Jonathan's gonna cast control undead on the centaur and immediately takes control of it, because that's how it works.
This spell is dumb.
You
It's
mean
so
the
dumb.
Minotaur?
Yeah, just the minotaur. I can only target one of them at a
that's
time.
good.
Okay, so Felix, you want to be using this stat sheet. So keep a track. So I would enter.
If it wants to recast it, it can take control of it on its turn.
That's it. No, that's right. You are
Control undead battles.
directly below it. So when it casts control undead to send some of the undead towards it, you just straight after dominate. A little bit of an undead standoff here. And sorry, Felix, you don't need to write down. This is, you can look it up. Minotaur bleeding horror.
Okay.
So it's a CR 7.
Sounds
It's a
awesome.
large undead with a 21 AC, 51 HP.
Is this the third creature you're using?
Pathfinder monsters are so strange.
It's a fucking golem.
I remember the CR7 creatures at 50 HP.
Yeah, you can't.
And you might want to also keep track that it can cast a spell called Bloodstorm once per day.
Oh.
You should immediately use it for Keter.
Even though it's an 8th level spell, I don't know why it's DC 16, but cool. Whatever.
Based on.
It's a weak. It's a weak.
Let's go always to.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, well,
1d6
how many-
damage.
Yep.
how many creatures does this target?
It's just anyone that views the bleeding horror must succeed a fort save.
I don't know.
I don't think the undead are affected.
No, they're not.
I assume the other wouldn't be because they're dead.
Yes.
They're undead, they're making full sense.
Yes.
That too. Is this creature immune to fort saves?
It's an undead.
Yes.
It's an undead trace.
Yeah, it's that title. This particular creature, though, is a medium outsider amongst the undead that is not. It's not against the undead traits, and it has to beat that save.
Less strength damage, yes.
It's actually crippling. I rolled bad, but I think it's just enough for the full save for both of them. Oh no, I rolled 15. So you.
Oh, 1d6 strength damage. 1.
Yes.
Beautiful. It does indeed have a 16 strength.
I've
Down goes to
reduced it.
15.
Wow. You reduced
You
its
just by a whole 1
stat.
point of dim edge.
Hey, I lost +3 and now it's +2.
That will just attack in D&D.
Oh,
It's not going to attack as a strength.
Alright,
It's
so
clearly not a
that
strength.
we can count as your surprise round. If Ray, you want to prepare or do anything, it's kind of like you've done your stealth, but you're also now noticing that these monsters have turned towards you, but in the moment they turn towards you, you notice something else is now behind them and kind of over them.
Yeah.
Firearms, darkness, potentially itself. There is a face there, but there is no details on its black, featureless face. It's a red glowing crown around its head.
Is this for my action?
Yeah, like a pre-action into initiative before we actually begin the initiative. Okay, you can do the same, but you're considered stealth, even though you can tell for whatever reason that you're not actually hiding there.
So this is all going to be difficult terrain, and this is regular terrain?
Regular terrain. Everything above is reg.
We do
You know what I'm saying? Ray might be one of the few people who can actually use some things like that to get a little more distance.
Who did? Oh, I see.
That is Jonathan, completely prone.
Yep, he's in.
His footsies visible.
You think I'm just going to stay there
Okay,
That's good.
nice.
and take a defensive action?
Cool. You have a good sight down on all of the creatures approaching. And
I don't know.
Tell me when all the zombies are going because I'm going to talk go through.
Okay. They got bottom of the initiative.
Well done.
It's like a defense action.
Yes, there is.
I'll do that.
That's what I took.
And I forgot to actually
Doesn't
include
sound
my
actually
Orbeans. Where did I actually put them in? Yeah, fuck that. They're just gonna stand right here in the front. Guns out, baby. Guns out.
Guns
Guns out.
in.
They're not going to use that range advantage.
Well, they are, but they're like they'll start to back away now. But no, they're
They're cut off on the high line. They're retarded.
They're retarded. They have ranks of rifles. They're very smart.
They didn't make them.
I'll just turn around and face it.
All right. Okay.
Do we need smoke?
No. I mean, it's boggy, but it's not like misty bog.
Get the bong out.
Right there.
Yeah, alright. We will begin.
Oh, this is a control effect spell.
Undead can't be demoralized, can they?
And new. If they're intelligent, they can. These ones.
Can try and do it to the big boy.
Alright.
You see these ones.
It will fail.
You see these ones by
They will
one.
fail.
Yeah, it's not based on that, no. Even one? Probably a little priest.
And I think this is the first.
You start to see the remaining pieces of armor on Heron's body. The knight begins to kind of glow a kind of molten color. Oscar is not handing him his weapon, but he doesn't seem to be bothered by that. And Heron's like, so long as the stone it's broken. With her strength, I know I'll make this monster break. He kind of says in like a hushed tone. And then you hear Oscar says, we might not be enough, Heron. This is all because, and Oscar kind of looks back at some of you. This is all because Heron won't call and inspire us. This threat would not. And Heron, no. I was put here because of the issues like this. When the land above has no light, how can we expect any less from the darkness below? Inspire us, entrusted me, with the strength to finish this abomination. And as he kind of moves forward, there is a kind of glowing presence, like a fiery aura that's kind of like waving around him, and it gets wider and wider. And he walks kind of directly with these front guards. Over here. Grab this.
You got it.
Grab this, put it here. And you watch as he pulls his hands up. He's not holding a weapon right now, because he actually gave the helmet to Loki at the time. The helmet is behind him on the ground, and he pulls up a hand full of fire in a force and a kind of projection that is going outwards like a blade of fire. And as he pulls it into the air and kind of raises it over his head, you watch as that blade seems to just combust and then expand. A kind of 40-foot tall pillar of, describe this, of changing, changing brilliant spectrum of colors that form into a pillar of pulsing light. And as Heron seems to put his back into it and lower his body down, you watch as he puts all of his body weight in this 40-foot tall cylinder just seems to slowly lower itself down like a massive glowing strike. And this monster just doesn't even seem to move. And it's holding its hands out, and its 5 hands are all doing different things, very small, subtle motions. You watch as this, from beside most of you, this bright white light just hits the center of the forest, swamp, dead swamp around you and disperse, and that light evaporates and vanishes, and you're kind of swallowed back into a dark light. And though you expect something else, you hear Heron go, oh, that's not very good at all. Oscar, I don't think you can fight this thing, not by yourself. Maybe not at all. You hear, Ray, in a kind of unsure voice, I think that's your name. You and me might be the only creatures strong enough with an adept enough style. Its ability to deter magic might be very, very, very dangerous. Brute force is the way.
Count me in that. I'm strong enough.
No, you're not.
Screw you!
Hold out his hand. I don't think you can lay a hand on this thing, and I think it knows that. And then in primordial words, which I don't think any of you speak except maybe Cicero.
How's
That.
In words that none of you understand.
At the same time that Oscar and Hera are finishing that little like yelling to Ray match. This voice is kind of like deep and dark and is echoing through that, and so basically Cicero does probably really want to pick it up, even though Oscar can understand it. Hera's like, Oscar, listen. I'm listening to my instincts, and that thing has got my body convinced that I have to bring everything I've got. And in primordial, Cicero hears, to touch this mold is to touch me. All the fungus in space with no power and no protection. From what is silent and still is still considered more dead than alive. For that reason, I was born.
It's a bit of a
Kind of vacuum of sound that seems to form sentences that Cornell had been teaching you, a language that Cornell had started to teach you. Yes.
roasted potato.
In the final sentence before you see it kind of raise its central eye, and you see more of the moss around the swamp begin to kind of rise. More forms kind of out here and out here, slowly pull themselves out. Cicero, again, you are all generals without an army in a war. And that is where we will start the initiative.
I believe.
This monster going first.
Yay. It goes into
Hey,
Yes, I
which
wasted.
chest?
Let's
Control
go.
under the
We're
game.
using the old chest. Sweet
Time has
chest.
been wasted. Let's go.
That's fine. No, it's okay.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I have to listen to this
Oh.
one. That's squeaky, but it's not actually a squeaky.
Also, if it does a spell action, you have to do careful spell casting.
What? Because of the
Opportunity attack.
You wouldn't have to.
Doesn't have to. It could risk
do
losing.
that.
Has your creature been given commands? Is that
He casts command on dead, so he has to give it a command. So it would be fine.
so? The command is fine. Cool.
There's a guy.
I'm gonna say
If I could.
Unless it's. I thought that
it
guy.
doesn't do defensive casting.
It's hot.
Opportunity attack will be rolled.
So you're +9. You have to hit 30.
I got a nat 16.
So you can't hit.
Oh, okay. 25.
Yeah, 30 is your shots.
Say the word as I pull the knife out of my sheath. I had another two just normal knives in sheaths. Are they going?
The in sheaths, no, I would say not. But
So the sheaths are gone.
Are mostly are barely holding them.
Okay. I'll pull out the magic knife and a normal dagger, and I will throw it at that guy. And we'll throw it at that little fucking loser.
Go for it. Actually, also have to make sure that you might as well go after it, guys. Also get them fucking. +8 initiative. Holy dick.
Great. That's a solid -12 to my attack. So does an 8 hit it?
This time of undead, unfortunately, no.
Damn. Yeah, I just throw the knife. Maybe it was a long shot. That's the enemy.
So as these creatures emerge,
I succeed.
Cicero, you're within 60 feet of this guy, you're going to have to look at.
Yep.
Aaron has to, Moki has to, and Ray also will have to.
That was a con save.
Fort save, 16 DC.
Oh, I failed by 1.
Natural 20.
16. Okay, you'll succeed, but Melly will, Cicero, you are nauseated for 3 rounds.
Okay, that's my turn. Everybody, you must retreat.
take the advantage of distance. Make sure it comes not too close.
Okay, you walk over there. Boom, boom, boom.
Go back
Sure it
further.
comes.
Right to the edge. The bank. Easy. Cicero, you haven't done your turn?
My turn.
Okay, that's right. Just move it.
No, I
Harry.
attack. It was just pathetic.
Wait, is this the first? Oh no,
This
you're higher
is
initiative.
this is
Never
now
mind.
this is now into the first, and you and Heron go at the same time. So do your turn, and I will do NPC.
Okay. So
Oh, my command pool is 40 hit die. Never mind. That's gonna
You're
take
good
a while.
then. You're good. So what's that? 7 and 5.
You
So
by 14.
Plus 20.
Oh.
CR 7 and CR 5. So yeah, you're only at 12 hit die. Pretty good. Pretty good.
you should. And here it is. Okay.
That is also why I wanted to get like some relatively decent, undead creatures, because dealing with them is almost as painful as me dealing with them again. And I have to lay some fire from my workout. Oh, that 20! Because they're medium-sized creature, it's a D10.
40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Actually, that is perfect. Let me just make sure I'm reading this.
Just perfect.
Just perfect.
Please don't run into the center of them.
No, I've already moved as far as I can
Do
without.
not reach the center of
Using
the
my
50 pot.
Your undead is oh, no, he is attack.
Yeah, I
It's
made an
Okay.
attack.
So
fine.
all of
Munching on that statue.
these guys are within 30 feet of me, 60 feet of me.
Here you go, bro. That's a 60-foot cone.
Oh, perfect.
Everything.
So I get 2 spirits of the sun, spending them both to cause the creatures to be frightened rather than shaken. And so now I just need to do an intimidate check. Okay, how do I do that? Is it just adding the
You add your intimidate, D20
intimidation?
intimidate.
Is there anything else to it?
That's it.
What's mine against? CMD?
DC plus the hit die plus that wisdom modifier.
10 plus hit dice plus
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 plus
So
hit die
it is
plus
a
wisdom.
26 that I roll.
Probably doesn't affect the big guy, but everyone else will be good.
Well, it bypasses immunity.
The Atlas has a DC of 32.
Yeah.
Yeah.
AC.
So I think most of the weak ones will definitely fail. Because that 27 is just almost untouchable. So yeah, so 2 of the ones that were kind of middle range, they also failed. So frightened for even the other girls, and frightened for the big one. Now I'm going to actually say, because this is now considered an ally, I'm just not going to make Felix roll for it unless it's a conceived enemy.
I know it's an ally.
You've seen it attack the giant monster.
Okay, so it's he's
Okay.
excellent.
Cool.
Yeah. So do you want the frightened?
Yeah, you do the frightened, and it was a 27 DC, right? Because you rolled that.
So a frightened creature flees from the source of its fear as best as it can. If it's unable to flee, it may fight. Frightened creature takes -2 to all attack rolls, saving throws, skill checks, and ability checks. Frightened creature can use special abilities, including spells, to flee. Indeed, the creature must use such means if they are the only way to escape. That's good.
Cool.
I can just send you the so you can refer to it.
Yeah, it's all good. It's basically like a D&D fear. So their
Yeah.
whole turn has to be right, which is cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Alright.
That's good. That was good.
Okay, so
I'll
Ray
do a lot.
yells, and even Moki's physical instincts start to kind of like percolate. 4 rounds.
Let's see. I believe it's 4 rounds.
That's overpowered shit.
Is it?
Yes.
We have to expend a bunch of points to make it as good as it is.
He gets us
He
for free
gets
every
those points
time.
back every turn.
Yes.
Wait, no, I don't think. What?
Legendary Samurai is a power.
I
He
don't
doesn't
think
get infinite
it
of it.
says
No, it's
how
a bit
long.
different.
So it might be just 1.
He-
Every
Yes,
round you get back all of your points.
I don't know.
No, you
Yeah.
get one.
Yeah, 1 back.
Yeah, you can only get 1 from each method.
Isn't it?
So it's a strong. It's really.
It
So
takes a
each
while to
method?
charge up.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
there's only really 2 methods.
So you can get 2 back per round.
Yeah,
If
kill
you
something.
meet both conditions, you have to hit and be hit.
The weakest ones, the CR5s, they definitely failed by 3. So that at least means 3 rounds on those guys. Like three sets of 5. And then the big girl, I think she only failed by 1. Or 2. She failed by 2. This is like Mutants and Masterminds. You're meeting the criteria in each set of 5. So yeah, so some have 3 rounds, some have 2. Beautiful. Alright. Shit.
Brilliant.
Totally took over what I thought I was
None
going
of
to
us are range attack except for Bud, so great.
I can't see where it went. I was going to... God damn it, no, it doesn't matter. And a powerful wave of heat and divine energy surrounds... it surrounds everyone. So everyone gets blessed. So
nice.
from Heron, you'll get +1 to your hits.
Yay.
Nice.
As much force as needed to take on this thing. Now this is turn. We are up to Moki, followed by Oscar. And then Undead at the very bottom.
I want to go up to them, but they're all fleeing at the moment.
Yeah, buys you time. You can hit the big guy.
The big guy didn't flinch, but
It's concealed, so we can't see it.
Oh,
The big guy.
On my mode.
There is no big guy.
I can't see the
big guy, there was a fraction of a time where you did see him, Moki being one of the few people who could, and then all of a sudden he's gone.
Cool. I
6 seconds in, gone.
Okay, I'll defense action and I will move to the front.
As well? Okay.
And that's my turn.
Okay, the Minotaur will... So, is that another undead?
That's Oscar.
Those guys are running away. The Minotaur will, I guess, just try to full action strike the... Actually, you know, I'll try to grab the flying incorporeal. It's incorporeal, it can't be grabbed.
Yes.
He tries to grab.
He tries to grab.
If you want that, or you can do a Bloodstorm from a distance.
Bloodstorm...
Doesn't really do much.
Not sure. Bloodstorm will be... The beast of Minotaur starts calling out from its bubbling flesh blood. But instead of being on the monster like expected, it's where those guys are running to block
The
cover.
forest just...
So... They
You're
don't
making
see...
a shield wall of blood.
Basically, so the monsters want to come back, they can't see for the blood because they're blinded.
That's it.
I'm not the last.
Like 2 minutes.
1 round per level, and that's 8 rounds.
8 rounds.
8 rounds.
It's an 8th level spell.
It's not concentration.
Spells aren't concentration.
It's a 3rd level spell.
Oh, it's a 3rd level spell.
Yeah.
That's probably caster level 8.
8 rounds.
1 round / level? Is that?
That's per caster level.
Yeah, so 8.
It affects them for 2d6 rounds.
Caster level 8, yeah.
Okay, and everything that's in the Bloodstorm, it lasts for 10 rounds for them.
Oh, shit. Okay, that debilitates the 2 creatures in that storm with eyes. Great. Right, they'll come back to that.
Imagine having those.
It doesn't do damage. Makes you blind.
Yes.
Well, like it does deep.
So you see suddenly as a hand above Oscar becomes much more visible. Like, you couldn't see his hand stretch out until it was directly above, and there's like this sprinkling of what looks like silver or gold energy that kind of just like falls from its hand, its long black extended arm, like droplets from a shower head. And you watch as these droplets hit and surround Oscar.
Oh no.
And then you realize as Oscar tries to move and step forward, he can't.
He's tangled or petrified.
And you kind of notice that below Oscar there's like this pulsing, much like Heron did, a kind of 10-foot wide circle. It is the Royal Guards who send 2 more fire missiles towards the big guy. No, because all of the monsters are running away. The Formian Guards.
No, it's the maker.
Oh no. It's not big antagonists don't move when they're in the center of the scene. They just stand there and fuck you all over from afar.
This man will live and die in this spot. Good to know.
Yeah, okay, so that's some good damage.
Maybe he's stuck in the T-posing angel circle.
Did you roll for a 50% hit chance?
Oh, I didn't roll for that. Okay, so a Formian Guard actually hits this shadowy ass form, but yeah, 50% chance, right? So 50 above hits.
All these things are plus 10 to hit.
Yeah, plus 13.
Above. Jesus.
Yes, 76.
Nice.
So that's 10 plus 4, that's 14 points of damage. The first damage is under the big boy.
Oh god, it is DR10 by the way because it's in Shadow.
Oh my.
Oh, you're right.
Well, but it's probably fire damage.
It's fire damage, which for 14 damage, he has 10 resistance. So that's 4 damage.
Lovely.
So it's only bypassed by fire damage.
No, the resistance.
He only has the resistance against fire damage.
Except for DR10 too. Yeah.
I said two different things.
Resistance?
In fire
Is it
resistance.
DR/fire?
No, it says there's DR and then it goes into resistance.
Yes.
Oh,
Resistance,
DR is physical.
resistance,
Yeah.
acid 20,
Yes.
electricity 20, fire 10.
Sick.
Okay, got it.
Undead immune, blah blah blah. Is this right? No.
Just gonna stare at Ray, made the loudest sound ever so you make, and I'm just gonna sort of stand there stunned and hold my dagger out and end my turn.
Defend action.
Nope, I'm just gonna end my turn.
Just freeze. Just literally freeze. Jonathan?
Alright.
You weren't even
Oh.
intimidated.
It
Yes,
seems to
I
be
was.
just standing there.
I pissed myself.
Grand Oscar. Alright, well, there's only one more undead, so I guess I'll take it. Follow my commands.
Aw.
Fight.
Already half of its face ripped off by the other undead. Just turns.
It turns to the other one that just punched it.
Yeah.
Fucking. It turns over to the other. So
Blast it across the head.
Oh, yeah, actually, never mind. It's on its turn. But. Okay. They stop fighting each other. So it's all be sent. And that's my action. I guess I'll use my movement to hide behind here for cover if it tries to cast the bombardments.
Okay. That might help.
May help.
You what actually is it? This way. You see Heron reaches kind of back and grabs the long halberd that was at his foot. Grabs it and kind of just prepares himself and does a standing leap. Just leaps into the muck.
Do a jump check.
Does it? Yeah, he'll do a jump check.
Plus his acrobatics.
Pretty fast. Acrobatics plus 4, so that's a 12.
Jump a solid 2
10
feet.
Okay. As soon as he enters here, he suffers an opportunity attack,
He suffers.
and that hits. So you watch as Helen jumps in with his weapon ready. Oh shit, no, he's incorporeal.
Nice. It's a very good power.
That's a very good time for this. So Heron can get it closer. I think that's really helpful. And Heron will use his whole movement to get in 5, 10, 15. Still not within range. That being said, we are up to Ray. Follow me.
Okay.
Big guy doesn't move. 3 undead look to be now controlled by Jonathan as he's kind of still crouched and forward.
10, 20. Okay, this is gonna be tough.
Can't jump very well.
No, I wasn't even planning on jumping. 5, 15,
25.
25.
You can do a free action to activate your gear.
Oh, look at that! Look at that! How
I like that. Ooh, yeah, what was that?
that was weird.
I was like, worried your shoulder just popped out.
That was weird.
That's okay.
Man,
So
turns
you're
into
not
a
going to
demon
activate
and
your
Let's see.
armor of haste?
I could get to there.
You get
He's an ally.
onto his body. It is an ally, and it would. I would consider it difficult terrain, but I would still like say it's probably easier to go on to.
I'll just leave it there.
Leave it there
Defend action.
because you've just done a move.
Oh yeah, I didn't even do an action.
Go through that. I'm gonna jump onto his face.
You could get up to him, but
You're in Pruitt's
Attack of opportunity!
You're right. It's incorporeal.
So as far as your range, just shadows.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and jump onto his face. I said it. I can't take it back.
if you want to get further, you can sprint.
Above or below 50%. Okay.
Oh,
Above or
yeah.
below.
So do I roll it? Or?
No, I've already rolled. You just tell me.
Okay,
above.
it's a blob of shadow now. So.
Yeah.
That is a
An activate haste and get there anyway.
33.
Did it?
No, if you were
Jump
already
check.
there, you couldn't do
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're getting 30 feet forward,
Yeah, I
right?
have to be
So 5,
no
10,
more than
15,
5
20, 25.
I'm
on him.
onto his face.
On him.
So if
Make your attack.
sprinted, you could have.
Turtle.
do
Which means you need an 18 or higher.
There. Oh, wait. That's a 15.
And you go through its incorporeal body. So as you jump through, you
Into the
land
bloodstorm.
on the other side.
Jump on me.
And Felix, because Bloodstorm is currently going, I want you to make Caden make a fort save for me.
I was gonna say, if you did hit me, it would be funny. It would be giving me +1 spirit.
13.
But you
There it
fail.
Wait, this is magic.
This is
Yeah, it's
magic.
magic.
Spell, I'll do a spell
You can do
casting.
that. Spell resist?
Spell
Yes, spell resistance.
doesn't happen on an area effect that's already in motion.
No,
It does.
It happens.
It
It doesn't affect the
It
area.
does say
It
spell.
affects
It does say
me,
spell resistance. Yes. So yeah. So the undead has to make a spell resistance check,
which is just a cost of a level roll.
which would be it's 10 wisdom. Sorry, 16 charisma, so +3.
No, just add its cost a level.
It's cost
Add
level.
8.
Usually +8 +3 because wisdom.
What is
That
that?
add wisdom.
That's a 5.
It's not a concentration check, just add cost a level.
Yeah.
Just add cost
Okay,
level.
that's 13.
Damn it, you just succeed.
Okay. Now make a reflex save.
Get
It's in the
fucked,
area.
Sentinel.
It's reflex?
It's a reflex save, by the way. It's not.
I'll keep the roll I did before. That makes it an 8, but because it's an ally spell, I get a +2 for 10.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is it?
16 is the DC.
Yeah, that's it.
You're blinded.
Nice.
Nice.
4.
Which means you have a -4 to attack rolls.
You're blinded for 10 rounds.
No, it's still as many rounds as the.
Okay, so 10 rounds.
Yeah. Because I was going to
Doesn't it
say,
last for 8 rounds?
It lasts
But it's-
for 8 rounds, but the effect is 10.
Okay, cool.
blood being in your eye, it hurts a lot.
Second, all attacks within the area have a -4 penalty to attack rolls, including range attacks. And in the area, you take 1d4 points of acid damage per round exposed to the moment. So
Okay, use acid.
4. That's
Oscar will
I mean, you did succeed. that roll.
attempt to punch, and you see him. He's fighting something that is like a wall of shadow that seems to be swallowing his punches
Fighting his demons.
before he can do anything. He is trapped inside. Beautiful. And now it is undeads. So that would leave you get your undead to do what he wants. Total fail. Cicero, followed up by Jonathan. Direct voice.
Yeah, move slightly closer to the
I knew this because
marsh.
I was looking for damage spells as Jonathan.
Horizontally or just like this way or this way?
Oh, yeah, that'll do. Thank you. Yeah. It's a solid end of my turn right there.
Okay, so you're moving like just 15 feet forward.
Yeah, just slowly walk forward to the edge of the water.
Cool. Now in the second round, so these zombies are still scooting pretty far away. Other creatures as well. And then we move to Jonathan.
Alright, Jonathan, looking at the creature that's just started attacking with touch, Jonathan comes out a little bit further. Alright, never mind, it's not moving at all. Interesting. I guess we pinned it down. Now, I disrupt your calling to this plane. As Jonathan's blackened hand, as the darkness uncurls in, white writings of words, of stories that is etched onto his soul, beams out a light of pure energy. As I roll, I need to do a concealment. 20 to pass 20%. So dark vision, I succeed. 49. I would have missed if it was 50. Alright, I need a touch attack. What's a touch AC? I miss.
Yeah, you probably did.
I'm supposed to touch
His
AC.
touch AC is 17.
17?
You miss.
Yeah, I miss. I rolled a 3. As Jonathan blasts out this white energy, it pings off as it goes through it, I guess, and it hits Murky.
Definitely.
And when it hits Murky, he feels nothing.
Now, my blade has been buzzing a little bit since I yelled out. It's been vibrating a bit. So when I take attack at him, he's going to get +4 damage.
Very nice.
Due to my charisma
And
modifier.
he is flat-footed, right? So you also get a +2 to him?
No. It's flanked, I guess.
That's what I mean,
Maybe
flanked.
against you.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, not even close to the same.
Okay, yeah, definitely not. So +2.
Yeah,
Plus
plus
two?
two.
Okay, cool.
And Oscar's +1, so that's +3 total.
Yeah. So,
Sorry,
I
Kevin's
pasted.
He's a plus 1.
I don't get Desperate Battler because people are nearby.
Yeah.
So that is. And I don't have Spiritual Strike active currently.
You actually have no allies within 15 feet, if that helps. Sorry, so living allies. I don't know if that counts.
No, it's just no allies.
Just all allies.
Within 10 feet.
You got 2 next to it, yeah.
Yeah, so I
Just not
don't have it. So that's in +3 you said from the other bonuses.
+3 from the other bonuses.
Okay, so
Which means for your
plus 20, 38.
It's
Yeah. Ooh, okay, so D8. Oh wait, 18. Crit confirm.
Wait. Oh.
Oh yeah, percentage shot.
So, lower. 39.
So wait, what was this about auto crit?
No, I just said it's on order hit.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So what did I say? It was plus
20.
So 23.
No.
Yeah. Well, worth a try. That would have been dark.
+20 is like you're gonna on most chances. This is a 50-50 on the die roll that you will hit. That's
Hey,
pretty
if
good.
I had that crit mastery, which I'm getting at some point, that would be like +2 or something. Ooh, okay. So that is. I have these. I don't have that. I'm activating power attack.
Now your weapon is actually cold iron. If I'm not.
Yeah.
Which it is resistant to all damage types like that.
Oh, let's go!
Oh, nice.
Cold iron, epic, and
When did your blade become cold iron?
It's always
has been
cold
the whole time. Meant for fighting undead.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was designed for this.
It's also for fighting Fae,
Very true.
which does more
So-
damage to me now.
We have. I would have a bit more damage if I had spiritual. I don't. So plus 18. 18, 7, and then plus 4 from that previous attack. 29 damage.
Still, you're managing to with cold iron. As your blade drags through, you're seeing like sparks of blue. Like there's some sort of black armor that's covering its shadowed form, and
Yes, this thing is far too strong.
Moki.
Full action attack.
Go on, buddy.
Okay.
Critical
I'm
battle.
blinded, so it's created to have total concealment from me at all times.
Yeah, you have a -4 to hit.
I do?
Can you?
That's from the Bloodstorm. Yep.
Can you?
Bloodstorm does that? That's a separate effect. Bloodstorm?
Fighting in the Bloodstorm.
Did I move?
You've moved out of the Bloodstorm.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Okay.
Sorry, you're right on the edge. No, you're out of it. Yeah.
Let's do this. First attack.
Yeah, the Bloodstorm is fucking an 8th level spell.
14, I missed. Second attack.
It's fine, but it's rough.
Sorry, you're right.
18. No? Cool. Third attack. I miss all.
Oscar's doing nothing, and the undead Felix Rendon's turn.
Right, okay. They're now they can full attack rounds, so this is free attack from each of them.
That's it.
If one nat 20, one of them hits.
One crit.
And then they go for 30% miss chance.
That looks like it.
One hits.
One crit.
50-50, roll.
Upper or lower, Felix? You tell me.
Upper.
Do they have magic attacks?
That's 85.
85, it hits.
Do they have magic attacks?
Let me check.
Unresumed.
Actually, no, I don't think it
It's
is.
immune.
It's immune?
Yeah,
Everything.
because
I love
They
that
are
in
completely
Miami.
invincible in this fight.
That sounds sick.
in this place, yeah.
Wait, the big guy?
No,
Yeah, all
the
of the
little
little
guys. They can't die. We would never
15
win.
HP.
Well, good thing I spooked half.
They
also
also
have-
resurrect on
They
death.
have weakness to resurrection too, which is very strange.
No, they heal from light magic. And healing shit. They're disgusting.
Unrisen makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, they don't have magical attacks as far as I can see. So yeah, okay, they can't hit. Alright, now the Minotaurs will make attacks, and it's non-magical. Actually, I think that is magical. Because it mutates itself.
Perhaps.
Okay, well, at least one
quickly
of
realizing, oh fuck.
I still don't think you can do enough damage to it to actually do anything.
Okay, the Minotaurs.
So this is going into now the third round where the undead are still running.
Mm-hmm.
So two of them have now stopped running, and Ray, you can feel that kind of like that its rate of fear has stopped with a third of the horde that run away from you. And as that fear effect, Ray feels can dissipate on the distant undead, the ones that are completely obscured by tree foliage and bushes and shrubs, the shadow form above you rematerializes in a blink, in a flash. Its black skin becomes somehow more tangible, that you can see colors of grey like veins covering the black skin. Its massive long limbs stretch far, and everyone who is under it and within 30 feet of it need to make a DC 27 will save.
Oh shit.
Are the undeads immune to it? Just win.
7.
No, they're not.
Wait, did you say 27?
27.
Oh, I
It's a
can't.
spell.
It's an aura.
It's
effect.
an aura.
Is a man for confusion of that spell.
It's a supernatural.
Oh, I burnt it against that.
Unless I have something up my sleeve, I auto fail.
Sorry, 34 is. Where's that?
Just hop up on
It's a
it.
blue pen. It's like blue pen.
It doesn't matter if I burn since I roll 3.
Oh well.
Yeah, it's you have bless.
Oh yeah.
So natural 20 to do it.
Oh,
Because everyone has bless, smoky, and bless as well.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
that was close.
Oh, it's fucking close. You all have a -2 to penalties on attack rolls, saving throws, skill checks, and ability checks.
Oh, that's
We're
shaking.
shaking.
So,
-2, as long as you're within 30 feet.
That's shake.
can you define?
It isn't defined as shaken, it is just defined as an aura of weakness.
That is horrifying, because that means the stacks are shaking.
Yes.
Yeah, and it means I can't use determined to remove shaken.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh no.
It has another aura, which only goes into effect when you're doing bleed effects, so that doesn't matter.
Mine.
Okay, sorry. It's still
As its body seems to be emanating some very, very dark energy. It makes you
really
all
not
feel
matters at all.
slightly lazy
Even
and
slightly.
tired with the ones in
I think it's going to use its +7 dex. I don't think it's going to use its +2. Yes.
At least Dice doesn't get out to that picture.
Or does it?
And now to 5
You've hit
attacks.
this once, right?
And the
And
ants
anyone
hit it
else?
twice.
Yep.
The
And I
ants have hit it
dealt
3
14 damage.
The ants are killing.
times. The ants have done 7 damage.
It's gonna die.
They're killing it.
Ray has done 14.
Considering the zombies have 50 HP, we have like 150. With that.
Okay, think of it this way.
Just
As long
don't
as
die
not
all
die because it can't have the zombies.
John, do something good, please. You're the undead player.
That's
He
why
is,
I'm
he's
bad
turned
at-
3 against them. He's doing pretty well.
That's why I'm bad at them.
What
And you're
turn
pretty
order
honest.
are we at?
We're turn.
David has real
Oh, no, like player order.
I think it's my monster's turn actually. Also, yeah, top of the initiative, you will go in 4 turns. We can. I will let Cicero go, but I'm actually just gonna.
Well, towards the tree.
Unless it's
It's going.
all good,
It's
yeah.
still on, but
It's okay. It's
sneak attack.
Uh,
I can't damage it.
Moki, you need to make a will save for me. This is a DC 18. As in you can succeed.
Is it a spell?
First level spell, yes. I'm not going to bother. 16.
Yeah.
Wait, no, it's plus caster level, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, buff
Just
So it can
caster level.
fail.
Technically.
Plus caster level plus 1.
Still succeeds. 18.
No, you just don't
It's
cast
spell
it.
resistance. It doesn't work.
It's a caster level check.
18, that succeeds. I got a. Is this enchantment magic?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Is that madness, confusion, and death?
It is compulsion.
Oh.
Mind affected. Good shit.
It's not. If it's not madness or confusion, I don't think it works. But okay, so I have a -2. It's enchantment. That's a 13.
Okay. You are given a mental urge to kill the nearest ally, which is Ray.
Yay.
I will attack him next time.
Or is it the
It's
undead? I don't
near.
actually
It's,
think it is.
it's-
I think it's the undead.
its
Definitely one of
nearest
the
ally.
zombies. It
is the undead.
Keep in mind, the big guy is incorporeal and I'm blind.
It's not
You're not
incorporeal.
incorporeal anymore.
Cool.
Oh,
I'm
wait.
also blind.
So yeah, the undead would count. The undead.
Never mind, you can't see shit.
Yeah, I can't see shit.
To me, I don't know if if undead count for him as an ally. But yeah, sure. Let's just go.
Wait, he's blind there. How can he discover where?
Yeah.
No, he's not. He's just going to start swinging.
That was if I roll a d4 in whichever
If
way.
necessary-
Well, it's concealment.
If necessary,
I
it
guess.
moves
I think you might
to or
have
charges to the nearest ally in order to make this attack.
Okay.
So on your turn.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Oh, it's only one round. It's a command spell.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
A first level command spell. Yeah.
Not too bad. Yes.
That is its turn.
Jonathan was coming.
Now Cicero and Jonathan.
Gonna move up to that little cusp in the little tree there. Put my hand. Gonna sit down.
Probably, yeah.
Put my hand on the wood and
We like that.
just pray in Elvish. And in my turn.
Alright.
2 rounds of begging.
Walk further up.
All right.
As Jonathan will cast Ray of Enfeeblement.
Okay.
As he blasts black energy at the beast.
At the big guy,
And its touch has a spell resistance.
it does have a spell resistance of 26.
Alright.
Go on, bud. You can do it.
So you need to roll a nat 20, I believe.
Yeah.
I do. Actually,
+1 from Oscar.
oh, you're right. I fail.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ability checks.
Alright.
Oh shit! Never mind. Just happens. Right?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Cool. Oh, and then he's attacking. So great. I can re-roll. I rolled higher. Okay, well that ability is now wasted. So Heron's whole turn gets wasted. Damn.
Yes, Heron is not powerful enough to kill this creature.
No one is powerful enough to kill this creature.
So I'm gonna
But the ants. The ants.
I'm gonna
Yes, we'll do it.
cancel that because he shouldn't have done that to begin with. He should just be attacking. I'm done with that.
Go
Oh,
on.
and good, he hits.
Go on, little guy.
Plus 23, that's a 40 to hit.
Classic.
Quickly, ants. I need you to pull up the Uzis.
Lil Uzi. It's a fake aura.
Because I hit last round, that gave me a spear. I'm gonna use that spear to activate my spiritual weapon, which gives me my to hit and
full
damage.
bonus. Nice.
So,
That does make sense.
allies are still within 10 feet, correct? Yep. So I have a 17 plus to hit,
Jeez. Plus 1.
18 to hit.
18 to hit. So 12 or higher. Oh.
9.
They only made no attacks.
That's to
He can
I-
choose to.
No, it costs a spirit, and I don't have a spirit.
But you can use your, if you want, your haste to go in.
Oh, true, full action
Full
attack. Okay, and it's at full BA, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
So another plus of that.
Yes.
Well, hits. Cool.
It's plus 18, right?
Yeah.
Plus 18.
Yeah, plus it.
You're 17 plus 1. So just hit. Just with the divine energy needed and the corporeal form reappearing, Ray dives in.
Quickly, Ray. Hit it. The damage.
Quickly, Ray.
7 again.
Not bad, not bad, not bad at all.
With my additional damage, I do
This time.
plus 20. Was there? Okay, last round it was plus 4 from something
yeah.
else. So it's still plus 20.
So it's 27?
27?
Yes. So full 27 this time. No reductions.
No reduction?
No reductions.
Thank God.
And you carve through and you see the wound you left behind. It is open. Whatever flesh you had opened, there appears you felt no resistance, weirdly. Even though before you felt like it was like fighting armor, and now you just see this thick black open wound with no blood coming out. Just like a massive black open gash on its basically black leg.
We're getting there!
Beautiful. Okay.
Full action attack on the zombie, I guess.
You take 1 5-foot step closer.
Oh, how does the blind condition work? Do I get concealment? Credits?
Yes, everything is considered to have total concealment.
Oh, okay. 50% chance. Upper or lower?
No, I have a 20% chance to keep
He has natural.
Eternal is 50.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, from
up.
concealment.
About that.
Oh, I hit. Holy
Amen, you
shit.
hit.
You managed to hit the undead away.
First attack.
And Felix, this would be the undead that took 4 points of damage from before with his face
24.
bitten off.
Oh boy.
24 hit you.
He's gonna
24, 21 AC.
Can undead bleed? They can't.
No. This one is immune to bleed. Perfect. Wait, actually, can it? This one can bleed.
Oh, okay.
It's a bleeding heart.
You take 12 slashing damage and 3 bleed.
I don't know why you keep being surprised.
Oh, I rolled an 8, so that's 18 points of damage. Doesn't need to do 2 attacks. It is going to wail on Ray.
Probably much smarter.
From healing.
That one,
Yeah, I don't think.
which is plus 25, so that's a 26. But I'm not going to say that that one's hit. I think Ray has enough dexterity.
That one's literally
to
no
evade.
hit.
That's
That
good
is
to know.
in the rules.
Okay, but a nat 4 definitely still will.
Yeah, that hits.
So, how many attacks have I done?
Oh, right, yeah. Hang on. Go fortitude check. Just.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I totally forgot about it.
Okay, that's 3. Oh, terrible. 4 plus 14, that's an 18.
Okay, 16 DC. How many attacks did he make?
5.
There's 1 on Loki, 4
5 arms.
on you. That's 16 points of damage and 17 points of damage.
Ugh.
So
Okay.
33 total.
Great time for some heals, yeah.
Crack! One arm hits your body and is about to send you spiraling, and the other arm kind of does an upwards coat hanger. It just hits the top of your head and just like highballs your body straight into the muck. You feel your body
What's
just
that? 14, 17?
36 total. Sorry, 33 total. 17 and 16.
The rest of us
Uh,
play as well.
Cicero and Jonathan.
Do I be here in this
Do I
non-native
be here?
Look upon me, old father. This tree probably doesn't really conduit you properly, but look upon us favorably, and I'll let my turn.
No, Cicero, I think this is going to take a long time.
Just because you only have a dagger.
You look at Cicero and you see his back is like emanating a golden mist, which seems to be running down his back, cascading like a cape, like a literal cape of golden mist.
Turn that mist into a bar.
Potential.
Okay, let's go ahead.
Enable us
Go ahead and do that, yeah.
evil light.
I can do that. I also want you to make me a
I will.
planes check.
I will summon Oriel's bow real quick.
18.
Divine bones. 18. No. Sorry.
I have no clue. What the-
Oh, sorry. 18 on plane check.
Yes.
You did that first. Okay.
Sorry, I'll go to the attack roll as well.
You should do that too. Yeah. I thought you should do attack roll first.
He pings out the beam, and then it hits Murky in the face.
I can't notice it.
And it doesn't do any effect anyway, so it just...
Why do
I feel like you get covered on the face
that
again.
was
How do you manage to hit Murky every time instead of
Just
the
weaves through his legs and just cum shot.
Do you not have any child ability?
Oh, actually, that's a good heal. Should probably do half of that.
Oh, they're gonna
It's okay,
die.
Heron can do something. If he can do
Please
something.
do.
Don't worry. It's not bad, man.
You
Yes,
notice,
do not do that.
with your strange and unique sense of divine power, that incorporeal ability you used and then came back, there was a flash of actual divinity in its energy. And that flash, while it wasn't golden, it was a kind of silver flash. You were noticing that there is a unmistakable kind of like energy effervescence that comes from magic in this place, and it does affect the material differently. Like it affects the air differently. And that same divine energy, you might call it, looks like it's pouring off Cicero, but in a completely different color than what you expect it should be. It's innately divine.
He's calling for you. He hears your pleas.
No, nobody said anything for like a solid 30 seconds. It's still alive.
Cicero, you look over your shoulder, and there is like this golden mist that you were in
Oh,
from your
shit.
dreams, just like rolling over your shoulders and down your back, cascading golden mist.
Is that fucking zombie started coming back yet?
It is after this round he does.
So I see him like 150 feet away.
He's still running.
Legit has a 40 foot movement speed, so 120 feet. At least.
I'm
And
sure.
it's blind.
Oh, well, yeah, you got this guy who ran
Oh,
that
no,
way, and then you've got, about 6 that he goes.
What happens with this D20? I rolled a 14, so that hits.
That does hit.
With that hit,
Sorry.
I'm going to yell out. So I'm going to be attacking. What's weak on him? What would be weak on him?
I would say the ligaments that you were attacking before. Like there's solid gash marks through the large legs, half covered by shawl.
I'm going to yell out the target of this like weak spot. Go for the legs! I'm gonna slash twice at the legs.
Let's be like, what do you think we do?
So, on my successful strike, I'm going to expend 1 spirit, free action. All allies within 60 feet gain a circumstance
He's triggered by his spirits.
So, this is all level 3 stuff. I've been holding off.
That's even worse.
I was going to say, you didn't make him avoid it until
If
that.
I'm using it here in this fight, that's even worse.
We need it!
Man!
It is.
I think we only need it because no.
Circumstance bonus to damage rolls. You get just +2 for 4 rounds.
Okay. So you're -2, so now you've got a +3 again.
Not to hit, to damage.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought initially it was 2 to hit, but it's 2 damage. So everyone gets a +2 to hit this guy for damage.
Use those spirit for it.
Well, this is 1 of 2 attacks. So,
So he's hit already, so he knows he can.
yeah. So, what is that? I need my this 22. Do I have any other bonuses? Yes, 26 because I get +4. So
Damage?
26 damage.
You add the plus from Bless.
Sorry.
The +1 from Bless, yeah.
So
That was just a hit.
I don't-
doesn't need it.
I don't think I get my own fall on my lid. That +4 was from using a kayak. So for my second attack, I'm going to roll, take advantage. Okay, well, 11 plus
I don't think that'll do it. 17, 28. I can do it.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
not.
No.
It's only because Moki isn't even attacking it at this point.
That's okay. So
Right,
He's a bit busy.
second attack
Compelled.
misses, and to end off my turn, I'm going to end in a dragon defense. Free action, I'm going to be in a dangerous stance. That next attack goes to my touch, and -10 to reflex saves, and
Okay.
a few other things.
Huge.
That's
This
good.
is to me. -10 to mine.
Alright, Moki,
He's
you're
up there.
always over. Alright.
Just
Many attacks you do?
Let me just do my attack rolls first. I can do 3 attacks.
Okay.
Miss. Miss. Miss.
There we go.
You actually would have succeeded, you run up it. Alright,
He would have succeeded if he succeeded.
Oscar smashing the glass invisible frame around him is doing nothing. Undead. Mass roll. Here we go.
The rises are
Followed by
going
the
to try
guards
and
on
make
top
an
of the
attack.
round.
So this gets +2 to the attack roll, right?
Damage.
Early damage.
Damage.
Just one has to be in that 20.
Actually, no, it's just nat.
Hey, okay. The zombie is now 80 feet away.
Yeah, I open my eyes, see the zombies 80 feet away, close my eyes, and my turn.
Oh, lovely.
If I hello,
Is that a new zombie that came down?
Yeah,
Maybe.
these guys have already returned.
Alright, so Jonathan's gonna walk up. Alright, what's the save for the aura? I rolled 19, so probably so.
The disintegration of weapons was an oversight.
27.
it makes sense.
27.
Not
Alright.
19,
I
you
can
might
still throw that
only
knife.
just get him
Just
a
get like a
magical bar.
-1
Is
for
there
every
a
10
will?
feet away there.
Yes.
And you have
Okay, I think I
only a
failed.
few dice.
I have 3.
If you have
Yeah.
a +8,
Two
No,
of them
I
are magical.
No.
My highest is +7.
so
If I
you get a
throw them,
-2
they will be gone forever.
That doesn't matter.
on everything.
I cast Command Undead on this guy. This guy joins the party.
Please wait till
Okay.
this guy gets next to me and then casts.
Glad you did that, because that one is not undead.
That's not undead. That means the spell doesn't work.
Yes.
Meaning I can't cast it on the target. It's invalid.
It was one of the reasons why I wasn't telling you every undead, just so that you could target one in order for it to do something.
Well,
Alright.
I say that guy looks undead.
He does look very undead and is covered in a form of fungus.
We're gonna have 2 more casts.
But it is an an outside creature.
Alright, that's my turn.
Are you spontaneous prepared?
I am a prepared caster.
You just prepared this spell like 8 times.
Oh, yeah, that's alright. I'm spontaneous.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you might as well have prepared that spell 8 times. It's your best
It's a
spell
really good
by
spell.
far.
Like, if something dies, I can resurrect it in combat.
Caden and Ray, I need you both to make me DC 18 Fortitude saving throws.
Caden in real life.
Caden, also Murky and Ray, you need to do this twice for me, guys, as 2 forms of aliens. DC 18.
Forms of aliens.
Okay.
Yes.
For some reason, I just love the number 3 today. This is the 6th time I've rolled it.
It's a good number.
13?
3.
Oh, you've rolled 13.
And 3. I've only beaten 13s and 3. That's why I love 3.
Okay.
Okay, you just need 2 more frees and you
Cool.
summon the
I do
devil.
it twice. What was the DC?
18.
I failed.
Fortitude.
Wait, no, I just succeeded the second one.
I succeeded.
Both it. Beautiful. So you succeed both, Caden?
Only the second one.
Okay. So, good, because if you didn't, you would become exhausted, but because you've failed one, you are fatigued.
I'm no longer raging. Because I can't rage and be fatigued.
And still blind.
That means I no longer heal every round. I'm gonna die.
Yeah, probably.
I also lose 10 HP.
You should probably withdraw, but
TPK.
you're also blind, so...
TPK.
I don't think I'll make it.
TPK.
It's gonna be a long, drawn out fight.
Caden, I will tell you this. Your fatigue will disappear if you don't do anything for 10 minutes.
That's how it normally disappears.
Good news, everyone!
Good news!
Good news!
Stand exactly still for 10 minutes. I will start the clock now.
Hold on. Have we done it yet? Here's the arch.
And Ray, it is now your turn. Followed by Mokai.
Wait, who did he damage someone or heal?
This Heron, the round before he healed you, and this round he attacks.
Debuffs, let's go.
Alright.
It's time to cut it down a notch, right?
I only have a few more rounds of haste left.
Oh, lovely.
I thought you
And you're down.
I have a few more. Ah, fuck. Okay, we're good.
Alright, you just need to hit it until it dies. You got this.
Whoa!
19.
This is a very drawn. Oh, it's crit. Lovely.
You didn't see me, like...
Yeah, he dropped it.
No, I looked for it and placed it down.
I think.
A little barbarian.
Hold on, how many rounds have it been since I've been blind?
I think.
Like
This is the 4th round.
I was blinded in the first round,
no,
right?
This is
No, second round.
technically the 5th round, but this is the 4th round of the fear effect from Ragnarok.
So, 3 rounds.
3 rounds ago.
I need to wait 7 more rounds. And I'll be
Yes.
And 100 more rounds, so you can rage again.
Yeah.
First attack hit.
Running into the fray straight away. Look,
Look, man, spellcasters are.
I didn't do the blinding, that was all Felix.
Very true.
Well, he did fail to avoid.
You failed the save, that's
the
on you.
save.
That is true.
First attack, 23 damage.
Look, dude, at least you got that spell out, and he was using it.
Got 18.
Murphy
Succeeds.
dies here. His
Damn.
children will fucking John Wick him.
Then I +1 to
What does that mean?
It means they'll go to King's Bay and fucking destroy it.
How many
Your
like,
children will die.
zombies have come back so far?
In a 60-foot proximity of you, no.
The gods at King's Bay are ruthless as fuck.
Those 2 are considered outside.
There is none, that's the point.
What do you
they
mean?
are
Oh,
enemies.
my God.
How many
Residency.
this one big guy?
Just those 2.
Okay.
It literally
And they're
solid the
within
undead encounter.
50 feet of
Guys,
the guy.
why don't we just run
damage
and
anyone
kill the Queen of the
No,
East?
but they
That's
sent out-
not
they
the
sent out
best
some
we deserve
negative
because fuck this.
Then we have to
They're
kill
doing
50,000 other ants.
Yeah, they have guns.
Which would definitely be easier than
God.
this.
That ain't gassy. Blow it up, collapse King's Bay.
Like,
We've done it before.
Let's do it.
Every city you ever go, every human empire.
We collapsed a town already. What's a city?
like if I was playing Grok, I would agree, but I'm playing a noble,
Like,
good character.
Because you and Murky nearly did it the
What's
first
the
time.
city?
Mercy was my
Killed
choice.
for our first party, not this.
Cicero did it by accident. You guys were about to do it on purpose.
We even became heroes.
No.
Are you happy?
Yeah,
We became heroes.
Yeah, great.
So
We escaped a great genocide. We became heroes.
Murphy's gonna leave, join his father, and kill King's Bay.
Okay. I'm gonna
Just
second attack.
King's Bay.
just vengeance for being
Nat
blind.
19. Hits.
Okay, so
Wait, what's the
That
AC?
is too much for it.
AC?
30. So as long as you're 13 or higher.
Roll. Sorry, I did the. Okay, that hits. thankful.
I agree. We should kill all
I
these.
did
You forgot your additional thing?
Yeah, decide the skeleton.
Jonathan, this fight is Jonathan's like, yeah, I want to kill every human.
Yeah, sure.
Yay,
That'd be
doubles 12.
So
Oh,
6.
6 no times 3, right?
Yeah.
I need
that's
someone to
okay.
stop
we got
with the calculus.
60 plus.
It's like, finally, God, I've been napping this whole time. Get it over with.
Take 78 damage.
Alright, so in one series of swings, you have solidly gashed up one leg, and then you just go for like a clean kneecap slice and just take out the
We're
other
a
leg.
third done.
How fucking close are we to killing this man?
You hear Ray go shing, shing, and then
And then you hear the.
there is like, even though Mogi doesn't really know,
I'm
there's one
blind.
massive
All
leg
I
that
know
spreads.
is I went behind him, and if I just walk forwards, I will go back to the tree. I just go, fuck this fucking space. Fuck this.
Then he does.
They can all fucking die.
Oh, no
Alright,
attack
that's,
of
You should
opportunity.
probably withdraw.
That's true attack opportunity.
I'm
That'd
withdrawing.
be great.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
Okay, so you still only your movement speed is.
Withdrawing means I don't have any opportunity attacks.
yeah.
Yes, but your movement
It's
speed
it's
is.
double.
350 feet.
What?
Withdrawing is running, right?
No.
I think
No.
it's double.
It's the disengage action.
It doesn't give you double your speed.
I think it does.
I'm a
That's
centaur.
it.
I get more speed from it.
How nice.
Good.
So 140 feet, I think.
Withdrawing
That's
takes your
good.
full action. When you do so, you can move up to double your speed. It gets right.
Oh, sorry, I meant
I've looked up how to run away in this
280
game.
feet. Wait, hold on. I'm a centaur. For me, it's actually times 4. No, times 3. It's 350. It's 350. Same as my run speed.
What?
I think he has a feat.
How is your
Doesn't make any sense.
I think he's got a feat.
No, it's because I'm at 4 legs.
It's
Yeah,
fast
but
as
how
fuck.
do you get from the
Yeah, how do you get
times
300
4
feet in one round?
of
Let me look at this.
dashing
You've
from
never
the
done this before.
times
Like
2
this.
from withdrawing?
He's never done this before. He's never needed to run
But
away.
if you've got more than 50 feet,
When running.
You're not running. You're withdrawing.
Okay, in that case, it would just be 280.
280.
How?
So is your
you've never.
is your normal movement speed 100?
Just count.
My normal, when I'm withdrawing, it's 70 feet.
So
Right.
double that.
So 140.
140.
140.
Is it double again?
No.
Okay,
Wow,
140.
Quick math.
I still make it all the way through.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 140.
That's
This is double.
it's,
movement
he is.
There's like 10
Isn't
foot
each
each.
square 5 feet?
Wait, hang
10
on.
feet.
Isn't it?
speed.
What's your
Oh yeah,
movement
sorry.
speed?
That's
Your
70.
regular movement
60 feet, but when I'm
Yeah.
charging, withdrawing, or
80,
running, plus
90,
10 feet.
20.
Plus 10 feet.
Wait,
20,
sorry.
130, 140 is literally 135, and you make it to the edge.
Oh.
Yay.
That's helpful. Now you can hide behind the gun people.
So you have 5 more feet. Where
The gun people.
You can either hug the tree or.
I'm blind. The moment I see him on
No,
land, I'm like, great. I will just stay. I can't do anything. I think I will die no matter
Why don't
what.
you
Even if I
Why don't you
stay
just
there.
run this way?
Which you already
If I move that way, I still whichever way I move, I get 7 opportunity attacks. Because, again,
Yes.
50 feet reach everywhere.
That's
Yeah.
3 opportunities.
That's free opportunity attacks only.
And he's already taken 1, in which I've already dealt damage for.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
So, and the guaranteed hits as well, because your AC is too low.
This is true.
And they attack for full BAB.
And it also means a confirmed crit regardless.
Yes.
Oh god. So he's dead.
So he doesn't take any steps, and he should just take
If
the
I
attack.
stay still, I will die.
No,
if
you
I
are.
move, I will. I get 11 HP. I get hit once. I'm down. I
Well,
go.
no.
No. If you stay still,
He might not hit you.
I
He
mean,
may not
realistically,
target you.
you've done literally nothing to the monster.
Yeah.
Why would it attack you?
the monster will attack the
This
But
boss.
if you walk away, you're guaranteed dead.
You are guaranteeing death.
But there is a above 0% chance you will do 0 damage if you stay here and attack it there.
Exactly. You could do 1 damage
You
to
could
it.
do 0 damage to
Okay,
it if
to
you
think
stay
about this
there.
as practice for when you're an 8th level character, and the situation is still equally as bad.
My next character, I'm going to make it even more bullshit than Ray, just so he can feel my pain.
Opportunity on the
Oh,
big
you're
guy.
right. The bull
I'm
does
blind.
get the attack opportunity.
You're right, he can't hit. He's on -4.
No, he can hear. He just can't see.
No,
He
like,
can't
I don't think he can.
Oh my god, the
Wait,
bull
no,
got a
20.
nat 20. Let's fucking
Crit
go.
confirm?
Crit confirm. I mean, it hits. That's the good thing.
Yeah.
It does not get a
It does
crit.
not get a crit.
Wait for you to do 0 damage. Let's go.
Let's go.
I mean,
What's the bull?
even Heron hits.
Wait a minute. The bull actually has effects on the hit. I'm fucking excited. The ball's good.
Felix is like, yeah, let's get it. would
Okay,
be-
so it's great axe. That's 3d6 plus 6.
Woo!
There's potential. Damage could be done.
Okay, that's 10, so that's 16 damage.
Oh, 0 damage, brilliant.
It actually works. What do you mean?
+2.
He does a DR of 20 unless the weapon is cold iron.
Remember, +2.
Oh.
You have also +2 damage.
16, so that's
Right.
18. And let me double check.
Reflex save.
Okay. Oh. Oh. 18.
Not good enough.
Dun, 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 dun.
Never mind. No, okay. It hits, but his DR is true fuck.
So all of the damage happens, and the undead is still under Jonathan's control. That's good because it's Jonathan's turn, and Cicera's.
Jonathan, seeing that the ball is like,
It's the second level.
Jonathan was about to recall it back
So-
into its control.
DC
He
48.
sees it. He realizes he doesn't need to do it. Right on. This time he double checks his undead targets. He sees these golden knight figures. They very much look dead.
Very much look dead.
So he'll cast Command Undead on this one.
Yes!
And this one, he'll say, fight this guy.
Find your bro beside you.
Protect Murky.
Okay.
By fighting, my guys.
By battle. Protect by winning. Okay, cool.
Through lethal combat.
Cicero, pray.
How close is he? Oh my god, he's so close.
He's maybe 60 feet away from you if you didn't include the moss and the foss.
You're nearly able to do something.
My lord. Thank I'll just put my little toe in.
I mean, is that...
By the way, moving each horizontal circle is 3 steps. So 15 feet.
I'm not moving towards him, I'm just...
Okay.
The distance between me
Is that
and
the
him.
same creature type as the living room man?
Yeah.
Oh, he's never winning. He's never winning.
I will throw my non-magical dagger.
You mean the unrisen?
Net 18.
So that hits at least.
Go.
Yeah, so blanket 22. Max damage. 8 damage.
8 damage. And now that it's within 60 feet of you, make a fort save for me.
Surely I had to do this before.
Once the creature is subject to the
Nat 17.
Is immune for 24 hours. Now you're.
I already succeeded against it before. But even at 17.
I'm just reading his other abilities. No, you're good. Alright, so was it 17 damage?
8 damage.
8 damage.
How the fuck would I have 17? What are you talking
Your
about?
roll just then was 17.
Yeah.
Brain fart.
Save.
Behind the foliage, where this monster was and where you have attacked, you see a golden troop slice its weapon into another one of it, which obviously you're now noticing. That's Jonathan putting his work in. And you notice from between the bush and between the shrubs, you see blades 10 feet long come down and just carve into these golden plates of armor. You watch as 5 or 6 different centaurs all begin to just slay on the remaining undead that isn't taken by Jonathan.
Dude, these guys are RP. What the fuck?
Bolting in through the forest and just laying siege, slaying every remaining. And you notice a lot of them have mantles of gold.
What's happening? What's happening?
They have strange, like flowing. It almost looks like what where beads
Bunch of
should
knights
be.
showed up.
I think you got 1 or 2 rounds left of that.
Yeah, like 2 rounds. Loki is just completely flailing, and Loki, all you're hearing is like a stampede force. It's just running on you. And then at a certain point, just coughing, whipping, rending sounds. Jonathan, you have 1 more round if you want to take another undead before the rest of them get carved and chopped, taken apart.
Seeing that that one's under his control. It's protecting Murky.
Yep.
I guess Jonathan launching this, he will not cast that spell again, because I will keep it for later.
So let's just mark out all of the ones that's key.
Oh my god.
How do we know the
Keep a
centaurs
Bellator.
won't kill them
Can you
anyway?
heal the mantle?
Well, that's
I
it.
am.
One of them actually looks like he's about to attack the undead that was defending Moki, and then at the moment
2, 3.
he sees it actually defending a living creature and seems to pull back. Somehow, with an understanding. I think you actually had 3, right?
I had one more guy. I think it's that guy up there.
That's Jake's character.
the guy in front of Ray, I think.
Oh yeah, I didn't even see him.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, cool. Just wanted to separate them so we don't bring them. Alright. Like, actually, most of these guys are adorned in somewhat formal plates of gold on their shoulders and on their mantles around the neck. You hear Monkey in a language that is from your people. Although, in the same way that you're discerning, it's like it's a lineage of your own language.
It's like they have a Boston accent.
Yeah. Or like a Brazilian accent. Like, it's so thick.
It's my language, but
As you guys see this kind of like stampeding herd running, and only for the base here, this is obviously still like, you don't know, but as this undead
Forever.
slowly moves closer.
Actually,
Fuck,
to be
sorry.
fair, for my last action, since this thing died, I will use the scroll to steal its divinity.
Yummers.
you're a god now? Holy shit.
Always
you
has
get
been.
2 points.
I forgot I need to do that when they die. Thank you for reminding me.
2 points. You get a strong sense and a flash, a series of small, I wouldn't even call them visions, I would call them like brief glimpses into a prevalent moment in the future. Like a flash of a present in which you see there's no dark shade near the horizon, the sky's bright, there's some horses running away from you. A dark cave. Glimpses, flashes for a second, and then they just disappear. This energy that you pull was certainly that of a visionary, of an oracle. Somehow you were disgusted by the fact that an undead outsider, if it had some David qualities that would make sense, but it appeared completely unnatural, and for it to have any divinity in its body is completely unsuspected.
I fucking swear out my eye.
I'm gonna get rid of the blood.
And in that moment, you kind of like get enough away, and your eyes are like blood red underneath. Even though you're pulling it away, you've sustained actual damage on the eyes from how much blood has just like gone into your sockets. Dark brown skin, antlers that grow from the side of the head out. You see this interesting like half and half iris. Sorry, not the iris, like the outside of the iris. It looks both grey and blue, but on 2 different sides of their eye inside. And a lot of them appear around the one that you see is probably the largest, the body of a big warhorse, like a real big warhorse. The others are thinner. A few of them look to be druidic, or holding a lot more tribe and territorial markings. What you might gather, now that he's directly in front of you, to be a leader, bears very little markings. His skin is beautiful and pristine, and his massive muscular form kind of contorts slightly and looks down at you and holds out a hand.
I'll grasp it.
You feel kind of primal connection, a hope that you had been hoping to reach for, yet you're reaching and they're still not familiar to you. So even as you grab, there is fear in your grasp. And somehow, as he helps you get to your feet and he puts a second hand around your hand, you can feel he knows that.
Thank you.
Who are you?
My question is, who are you? And Heron goes, no, who are you? And Oscar goes, silent, Heron.
I put a hand up against him.
I'm Mokiwakan of the Tivan tribe.
I am Galahad Amon of the Niven tribe.
You should look at me.
Let's meet another tribe. People went down.
We heard what happened to your boyfriend bloodlines.
Oh, great fish. Yeah, I throw ripped out by a zombie.
We were. You see Cicero's just on the ground, just like stabbing at something in the face, and he's just still got him,
like 60
chokeholding
feet
him.
away.
You see zombies like literally beating Cicero's head in, and somehow Cicero's getting like the side stab into his brain. Just slow, grotesque.
Why won't you die?
Yeah, it's that, and it continues for about a minute. These guys just don't care. You can see there's a vibrant red hair, and he's wielding what looks to be a large ornate spear, which has like beautiful amber crystals embedded into it that cause this kind of like beautiful depiction of fire to be spiraling up the side of the spear. In this kind of proud way, he's got it is a 10-foot long weapon, and yet he places it firmly in the ground, in the muck, and kind of allows you to put some of your body weight on it with your weapon in your other hand, kind of pull and like allow you to come towards safer ground.
Knock heads. Weirdo.
You can see there's also a not that you really have much memory of this, but a member of your tribe, one of the oracles, was adorned with a kind of a gold circlet. You could notice that the gold is a particular like light color, what we call light gold, symbolizing the leadership position, or an ancient position of leadership. We have been moved many times by the endless weed. We are here as defenders, and we saw that you needed some assistance, but I see from what has just happened, the battle is over.
See?
We knew Krueler had some lineages left, but when the Golden Empire left, so did we. And so we still defend it. And all of those who died are good.
You left the wild.
As did the Golden Empire, my friend. We might need to take some time to discuss, but I see your allies need some aid. And you see the other centaurs around begin to kind of spread out. Oh, this one is here with you. Cicero does some help. Cicero,
He's currently fighting himself.
after this,
I am winning.
After this round, you will get some assistance, but
No, let him solo this guy.
Jonathan, you get some centaurs on you that are actually just like there to support and help you. Do you need any healing magic? One looks kind of like an elder covered in tattoos and scars.
Thank you for your assistance, but I will not need it.
But healing
Gives you
magic will
like
kill
a
me.
solid pat on the back that causes you to like leap forward, and then just moves on towards Ray.
Jonathan sees this fight happening. Jonathan starts shooting a beam of holy energy
Just
at
add
this
to it.
creature.
It's body just like yeah. Okay.
No, but he's winning.
His body's almost prone on top of Ray. Cicero, sorry.
Positive damage. Wait, it's
It heals.
Heals 5, sorry. I forgot.
Wait, did you just
He
heal
just
him?
healed at 5 HP.
Alright, add 5 HP to the guy you're fighting.
Yep, we got it.
It's just in the middle of the map. Yep, it's a real powerful undead. In fact, you can only support it.
Alright, I'll let it go off.
He just suddenly stops fighting.
You see Oscar is still just trapped inside a barrier that he cannot escape. And you see Heron is just like standing outside the barrier. I'm so sorry, Oscar.
It's all your fault.
Okay.
Sorry,
And then you see, as you fall, you see its head just go clean off, and a massive centaur body as your eyes fade out. A large horse body just kind of
It resurrects. Go with.
DC 16.
It is DC 16.
Will be stunned for 1 round.
Yeah, how can I do a D6 damage? It's very difficult. It's still winning, but it just hit all of its attacks on that last round, and it destroyed me.
Okay. But Moki, you...
No, wait. No, I die. Well, don't worry. I'll heal you. Don't worry.
No, we're reckoning. I literally died, but we'll reckon.
I will.
How many rounds did you cover?
2.
2 rounds and that thing kills you?
Yes.
This thing is very
You had
strong.
no damage so far.
I have 28 HP. It did 38 damage to me.
And Moki, you notice on this creature's body, it has a number of scars, but those scars aren't covered up, and those scars aren't covered in tattoos. They're clearly, memorialized scars on his body. And he says, "The Golden Empire is our cherished reminder that the dead never die. And they live on eternally inside. You haven't been able to talk to your ancestors before.
No.
I see Neufra lost their wisdom. It is not your fault. We have not been able to figure out why the Golden Empire has never been able to return. It is now..."
Speaking of returning,
Sorry to interrupt, but you sound like the Spirit Walkers.
Yes, we are the Niven tribe's prime spear Spirit Walkers.
I see it. There is more.
Yes. A select few members do reside into the southeastern side of Enemium. I'm not exactly sure how the Feywild, and he starts to talk in kind of like a very... You're right. It's because everyone's been saying it.
Yeah.
The wilds have become more peaceful than Neufra. Aeon Luelf. That is now what it's called. We stand below the gates of Iqua Tel Qisar. And he points up, and to you guys, probably for the first time recognizing there's just like this enormous mountain peak that is visible to one direction of the swamp that you're in. Those peaks reach the heavens. And that is why the heavens came down here. This was the original home of the Golden Empire before its elders found a way for the Empire to move, to become terrestrial, to become a part of Neufra. For a while, we helped defend it in every land, for it could only exist in one. Where it went, we went. But it has been a few hundred years, maybe more. And I can see that your lineage has become muddled in the darkness of the continent. That was never supposed to happen. Our kind punishes impurities, even ones that are not self-inflicted. And he kind of gives you a remorseful look. But I am not here to punish Moki of the Kiven tribe. What, on the name of the old father, are you doing here?
Fulfilling a deal. Save my children.
Moki, do you know and have a good understanding of the Feywild? The Fey that exist in the wild. You have a good understanding of the wilds.
Only of tellings by the oracles of my tribe, of the shamans. of my living here.
There is a good reason that those insects would have sent you here. Their ability to help will be limited in the Ifra, for time moves quickly. Here, in the land we were meant to be born from, time moves very slowly, and answers can be found here in a time period that would be years in your world, but are mere days and hours. What I mean to say is that if you have a problem, a true dilemma, that other world, your home world, is struggling to find a quick answer for, this place is your solution.
I would like that. I want that. But I can't leave my children. They need to be saved.
The Vermilion Mother protects our race. And she protected our race the moment we decided to do the bargain with her that would keep the Golden Empire alive. And that is because she agreed to come to Anemium. Time here is very, very slow. And while returning to your home world might aid in some effect, you cannot save them as quickly as you can save them from here. I do understand how outlandish that sounds. Because of how slow time is here, years of progress can be made in days.
I understand that much. Wilds are a place of unnaturalness and chaos, but be fruitful if used properly.
It is fruitful because we are its defenders and we have a strong hold of its land. We can help you find a thing that most people in this place would find impossible to locate because we are its terrestrial guardians.
If I could find my children better here, safely, for them.
There are many barrens, holes in the rift of the worlds. There might be a way to pull you out in the exact right spot. But that is a risk. Does it risk the unknown of where you came from? I cannot say. And that is for up to you and your allies to decide.
I look to my allies.
And he says, I'm going to look and free that one from his cage. He starts to walk over to Oscar. He's still...
Murky at this moment is thinking he has to choose between trusting his allies or trusting his race. And currently the only one of his allies he can trust is Cicero.
Who's on the ground, barely alive.
That's only because out of the originals, he's the only one left. The others,
exactly.
I've known Oscar for less than 24 hours.
And you can watch as the centaurs kind of
like... All I know about Ray
that was on the ship.
is that he's on the quest to pretty much pillage.
Spot.
What?
You want to get magical items to your homeland.
This is true. You're
Yeah,
stealing.
Pretty much pillaging.
You're stealing.
Yeah, I don't care about your. I don't care about.
Also,
I don't care about that.
it originated from it.
I don't care about the why. I care about
Belongs to
what.
this collection now.
That's John, who's a weird, fucked up undead necromancer, who I don't want near my children.
True. Very true.
I don't think you don't want to do your job.
And you forgot about Oscar, who's been here for also 24 hours.
No, I've known him less than 24 hours.
That's true.
That's the whole thing.
That's true.
Jonathan does hotties very well.
At that point, if Central's asking me to trust them more than this group,
Oscar
I would.
is freed and comes to
Lies.
you and says, Moki, I made a promise with the Queen, and one you are bound to keep.
Am I Do I have to go back there to fulfill it, or is it already fulfilled?
This was half of our obligation. The other half was finding your children.
I can find them better here.
Well, wasn't our obligation to close the rift?
Yes.
The
Which
reward.
still is required for us to do.
Correct.
On this side or on the other. This gate might be closed.
We just have no idea how to do
Might
it.
not have any idea how to find you.
My people have other ways back that can take me.
Also, the Queen does know where your children are, so...
No, she knows where they
She knows
could
that
be.
direction.
Direction they would take me.
Yes.
And for that, Oscar, I ask you, try to find them. Just go. Any information you find, hold on to it. So when I come back, either successful or not, you can tell me.
Okay.
We will do our best to save your children.
What is your plan?
Stay here, get stronger, find my children. It should take years.
But for you, it's days.
Children are not on this plane.
There are other ways to get to your our plane. There are better ways. Ones at least on human cities can't come.
And the centaur grabs your shoulder, and maybe you can speak with some old friends of yours. Get some good information out of the dead, which is rare in your world, I'm believed to know.
As long as you know that it will be difficult to find and contact us, since we have no magic connection.
Stare here. I'm not worried about that.
Okay, then if we find your children and you can't find us, then you won't worry about that either.
No, he should be able to find us.
Which is still there.
The big guy?
Yeah.
His body is dissected and appears much blacker than it originally was.
He's there. He costs his cantrip to do damage to it. Does it slow spell resistance?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
That's it.
I mean, it's up to the end if the corpses have spell resistance on them.
I'd say just because of how high level this is, yeah.
Okay, cool. Because that would mean, do I read it as the undead zombie about? Okay. I can't. Jonathan looks to Murky.
I think you should trust your tribe on this.
But my tribe, my people.
Sorry, no people. On other topics, this is a pretty good magic-resistant hide that you could go to fight in spell courses.
Right.
I can restore the corpse.
What about that?
Better hide.
We could skin its black skin. That's what you mean.
Of course, but it has a high magic resistance value.
I would like that, but it wasn't my kill. I didn't even did it once.
Ray,
Yes.
You must make more pal.
are you interested in magical resistance hide?
Jesus Christ.
You should get that of Clark.
Perhaps.
Or do you mind if I take this corpse?
Go for it.
I actually think you need...
I cast restore.
Yeah, you can restore, but I believe to implement those type of abilities, it does require you to be a skin carver, or I think it's like a monster carver.
Hey, I've got a toast.
Okay.
If you can resurrect it, go for it.
You see its body kind
No,
of like...
no, do not resurrect that thing!
I cannot resurrect. It is too strong.
Okay. I do not know if I can wear it.
Actually, feasibly... Oh, I'm actually wrong. Half of these abilities are because it was an oracle.
Yeah,
And you stripped it of that power.
Sir, does it keep its magic resist or not? That's the real question. If it keeps its magic resist, it makes a good leather armor. It's a nice leather magic resistant armor. You can lower the part to magic resistant.
You won't.
I just want to
Lower it a little bit.
Is SR based on...
No, I can't wear it.
You can't wear
magic
it?
resistance?
I can't.
There's a lot of different types.
I can give it to Sister.
No, I'm still going to say no. But it is easier for you to
I do need new level armor
like,
because mine
use
is
magic
broken.
to work it.
But
I
I'd
can
rather
only
die
wear
than
it if it's a cart. So give it to him.
I would rather die than have this thing in contact with me.
I'm sorry.
It's one of those things in this game where you are able to, as a particular set of skills, to rip apart a monster and use its body for parts. Really gross and really, really powerful when you're fucking with this type of thing.
Although a base thing in this game is you can cut open your prey and sell off their stuff for lots and lots of gold.
Like one specific set of feats in a row, and you can suddenly kill any monster and use its parts for bonus damage and stuff. It's just it's like armor or damage or whatever it's meant for. Fucking shit is pretty cool. So Moki, you watch as this group tries to gather themselves together, and even after what you just said, you can tell that they're really shattered and discoordinated, uncoordinated, discombobulated, and you see as Galahad, the biggest one beside you, make sure that another one puts its hand on you and gives you some level of healing, so you start to feel a kind of warmth, a vibrance, a rejuvenation. Your fatigue is ended, and you're able to, feel some amount of strength return to you. He begins to pull you out, and you notice you pass a certain point, and behind you is like a black obfuscating sphere. Like outside, you can barely see that there are trees inside. Like it is very, very dark of this circular dome that is surrounding the inside of this place. And he leads you outside and he says, yes, well, I was able to tell, obviously because of this strange center, that this is not normal in my region. And we have a lot of turf that we would normally be covering. But this is for your children. So, Rexus, and Hilarion do the normal jobs, and the 6 of us, plus this one here, will dig up as much as we can in the land of winter and autumn. And Monkey departs from you guys. And you guys are left in this very dark area.
Monkey, wait.
You see there's
stop before I leave.
This all the way through the forest. You can see his outline.
I'll do my best to find your children.
I believe in you. And Ray,
I will definitely be
the
dead.
strongest here. Protect the others until they get as strong as you. Not you, leave.
Galahad's like, no bad.
Okay, something I didn't hear.
That's the body person.
Nothing important.
Three bosses, I think Ray has killed.
I do think his job.
And with crits too. Like seriously, all of them big crits.
The majority of them.
The whole original play there. I'm very sorry.
It still says.
The whole original body's gone. Melion is dead.
Melion is dead.
Oh, you're right,
The
yeah.
whole original body's gone.
You're right.
And are you guys intending to pull that undead back through the portal that you came?
Yes.
Felix nods.
I'm dead to go.
Also, are you bringing all your undead?
Yes.
Can we dissect this guy and sell his parts?
Sure.
I mean, Jonathan just merged them all back together after you did dissect it, basically. Which you see, he looks. It looks like it should have stitching on it, but for some reason, that people are just come back apart. All right, so you begin to drag this enormous monster. I'm not even gonna it's stupid because you're like.
I kind of want the card.
It does work.
I'm not gonna lie. Got a good fit.
Could make 5 coats out of that.
Cicero, and you notice that on the ground, around the place where it died, there are 5 floating, half-domed red arrows that are just like a jeweled necklace They're floating in the water and they're just kind of staying there. They've departed from its body.
How big are they?
Oh, they look like maybe each shard is probably about this long. And there's 5 of them. And kind of 4-fold, 5-fold.
Negro Damos.
Yes.
There's more loot over there.
Oh. My undead followers, please collect the loot for me. Thank you very much.
You see as one undead bends down, scoops it up, and just holds it. You see it just like float around and then just appear in the front like dome, floating above his head, 5 red arrows, just above one of your random undeads. And he just begins to
get bigger.
He walks back.
Grows another 3 arms.
You, all of a sudden, Jonathan, understand that this creature, with whatever this is, has now an instant resistance to spells. And some sort of improved armor.
The AI has become sensitive. It's gonna advance the armor.
Interesting. Level up. I will slowly purify your state.
And obviously, a deep necromancy energy in that 5 crowns, which somehow you know that a bestow curse is cast from that. And then that can be where we end the episode. I mean, basically all just a battle episode. Pretty rough, you guys. I'm sorry. I did not think it would turn out like that.
You nearly fucking died.